Good evening, one and all. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and it means we're jumping into some more good old Warframe. Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well where you are around the world. Let me just make sure everything's going through here. Now, just let you know, straight up, and first things first, I have fiddled with a few settings on the stream since the issues I had with Team Fortress 2 the other day, so if there are any issues you noticed on stream, if the quality seems to have just broken somehow, please do let me know. I've done every test I can think to find, but you know how things are. When you go live, everything changes. So, if something goes wrong, let me know. Hoodie, is it that cold over there? No, actually, I just felt like wearing it because, if I just take off my headphones a sec, it's this one! It's a Kengineer branded one. I need to turn that way. There we are. So I figured, you know what? Why not? I own it. I'm wearing it. There it is. It's beautiful. It's nice and snug as well. Just the right shape. Not sure if it's just me, there's a delay with audio. Is anyone else getting a delay with the audio? As I make a very clear enunciation there. Nope, 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 just Esprit. Well, Esprit was always a little bit behind. We knew that much. There we go. There we go. Alright then. It's fine, Esprit. You're loved. You are loved in a very odd way. All the same. But yeah, it's not actually cold here, but it's also not warm, so I can get away with wearing a hoodie. It's fine. What's this? National Bully Esprit Day? Esprit signs up for it as soon as Esprit starts trying to mimic my hail messages, you know. When you start trying to take my place, you can start taking my wrath too. That's how it works. You want to play like that? I can play. Anyway, welcome in everybody. As I said, today the idea is upgrades, and apparently we're about to upgrade Crimfair to a proper Lavos build because they want to see that. Yeah, absolutely. I am very happy with this Lavos build. It does all the good work I need to do, so there you are. Arcane great because lazy healing, best healing. I don't need to think about it. All of the armor, all of the tank. Adaptation taken even further. Swift bite, so I can do as much or as little casting as I want to. Prime Sure-Footed because the passive is not always active. Enemy radar, so I can see every last enemy, perfect for catalyzing. And Arcane Consequence because Yeet is fun. And it works. It works very, very well. I am quite happy with it. There are others who will go different ways, maybe more strength, maybe more efficiency, bits and pieces. This is an all-rounder approach which just works. It just works, and that is brilliant. Hello Hassan, upgrades indeed, that's what we're doing, because I intend to sort out a couple of Incarnans. I have been a little bit slacking. In fact, I'll be quite honest, I've been a little bit burnt out on the circuit. I have indeed been a little bit burnt out on the circuit. So I have picked up a few bits and pieces here at the very least. Got myself 6,000 Endo, got a longbow sharp shot. Is there a step through? There isn't. Arcane power ramp. I know I could skip it all, but I want to see the pop up. Another arcane power ramp. And I got the Torrid Incarnate Genesis. And that took an hour to run through and get to that. So that was alright. Next one up along there is the Dual Toxicist. We'll probably have time to get around to at least making some progress towards that, but more importantly, I want to see the ones I've already got. Probably a want to see. Say honestly, me too burned out, probably because last week did 19 levels instead of the usual 5. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. New York say thank you again for 30 seconds of screen time that didn't deserve. Sorry for not protecting the ball. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. In fact, New Rock, if anything else, you made it clear to everyone else, despite it being a low-level mission, there was still most definitely a threat to behold. So yes, you let the golf ball die, but in doing so, you let the stream live. And that is worth it. That is absolutely worth it, New Rock. Thank you very much for joining in all the same on a live stream. Did appreciate having you there. Absolutely. As we say, honestly surprised D didn't gift you all the Genesis adapters so you can make content on them. They do provide creators like myself with a variety of bits and pieces. That wasn't included, but a variety of bits and pieces. If I go Warframe community team, you'll see here they gifted me the Kalervo collection, which includes Kalervo and Ralta. They gifted me the Gauss Kresnik's collections. That is skin, 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 skin. One of each of these arcanes. Only one, but you know, one of each of these arcanes. The heavy blade skin, because Calevo doesn't actually get a heavy blade for some reason. So yeah, they do gift out a variety of bits and pieces under the day one access scheme to various creators, if we sign up for it. But going beyond that, that is up to the creators. There are various bits and pieces which are not gifted out, especially, for example, Prime accesses. We don't get any of that whatsoever, so buy it or farm it. That's what creators have to do. It's just how it works. But all the same, not too much of a problem. If anything, it allows me to still play the game, which is, you know, it's got its positives to it. What I need to do is have a look. What incarnate adapters do I actually still have left? If I go incarnate, have I not used either of these? Apparently not. So I've got the Leto to use, Brata to use, Atmos to use, and the Torrid to use. I need to get around to that. I definitely need to get around to all of those ones. So the Braton I probably have. Yeah, I have a Braton Prime. Atmos is, I think, in my Foundry. Leto, I need to get the final piece for the Leto Vandal. Thankfully, a cheap piece. And Torrid, I need to sort out. Torrid, I need to sort out. Do I have a Torrid? I probably should have thought about this, shouldn't I? Okay. If we where's the turret? I do love it when that happens. Okay. Could someone very quickly? Thank you very much, Aros. You read my mind. I mean, it's pretty obvious what I was about to ask, but thank you. Yeah, let's just take a quick little jaunt down to the dojo, shall we? You get to see the dojo! You get to see the dojo. Now, I noticed there are quite a number of comments on the recent video, noticing the difference between recording Ken and stream Ken. And yes, there is quite a difference. Partly because stream audio is worse than recording audio. I put a lot of effort into making recording audio just be a lot smoother, a lot clearer, a lot more well balanced than stream audio. Stream audio, I get excitable. It peaks. Yeah, what's going on there? Well, that's a new artifacting of the graphics. Okie dokie, that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, labs. I know we have a proper teleport to it, but there's needs using. Wrong lab. Wrong lab, I think. Wait, no. Biolab. Yes, right lab. Torrid. There we go. Jerry gonna say sounds just about the same? No, 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 no. There is so much of a difference here. So much of a difference. Lewis says, I spend so much time squatting here training, it feels a tiny bit weird to see it on stream now. Yeah, I can imagine it does that, yeah. Oh, yikes. Mutagen mass and former to build it, okay. Alright, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I've got the stuff, it's just like, okay, fair enough. We'll just get one of those going. Is there anything else whilst I'm here? Dual Toxicist I'm working towards. Is Dual Toxicist here, or is that somewhere else? Oh, it is here. Excellent. Okay, do I own one at the moment? You know what? I'm going to grab the blueprint just in case. It's 15,000 credits. Not going to kill me. This is also going to cost another 4 mutagen mass and 2 former, so that's a thing. How's Ken doing our dojo? Oh, Yuri lives here? Yeah, you know, I'm just kind of the owner of the clan. It's fine. Well, it's been a while since we've seen that. There we go. Kind of weird that that teaser still teases after all this time, but sure, why not? Hello there, Celtic Broman. So first Kengineer stream, huge fan, howdy chat. Welcome in, Celtic. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Alright, let's get a couple of those going. So, Dual Toxicist. Yeah, it says mastered, not owned. Off you go. Let's get that one building. Oh, hey, Reformer's done. Might as well pick that up as well whilst we're here. Excellent. Got the Vex's Prime. I've got a few things I need to get around to sorting. I am just so busy with everything else. Now, there was also the Torrid. There we go. I don't know why I just have some mutagen masses lying around, but you know what? I will take that, chat. That is a win for me that I just have them lying around. That's quite convenient. Is there anything else I actually need to hit build on? There is. Here we are. There we go. Let's get that running. Beautiful. And we'll just leave the rest there. Right. Alright. Lady will say, I love seeing people get freaked out by that loading screen Easter egg, especially when they only get it for the first time much later in the storyline. Yeah, it's really weird that it doesn't crop up at an appropriate time, and then it doesn't really explain anything. It's just kind of there, and then it keeps happening later on as well when it's kind of a bit late for it to be happening. It's all very weird. It's an interestingly, oddly implemented Easter egg. I don't understand why it's quite like it is, but there we go. It is what it is. It is what it is. As we say, imagine they add a new loading screen Easter egg for when we have to confront Wally. Celtic say, I'm actually a Lavos main because of your video. Nice. Yeah, Lavos is a great frame. I really do like Lavos. Does the Easter egg mean something? I thought it was just a thing. It does actually mean something. Basically, it's to do with the transference link. It suggests there is some kind of issue. It's indicating that there is a transference going on, that not everything is as it seems. There is a connection. There is a bit of story behind it. The full details of that story escaped me because I don't speak Orokin. Or rather, I don't read Orokin, so it doesn't really help. Aaron saying, are the drop rates from Triate Lanthorns anywhere? Nope. Most resources don't have generalized drop rates for dropping from NPCs or crates, so no, there isn't such a drop rate on that. He said, did 4 Steel Path Exterminates with drop rate booster and got 0. That's a bit unlucky. That is a bit unlucky. Aaron, what weapon and companion were you using? Oh, this Lex needs work. This Lex needs work. In kind of form, does it use heat? It uses radiation. Have I just modded on the heat? No, it has got heat and radiation. Oh, wait. Is there any more heat I'm modding on here? Nope, there we are. Right, yeah, it's radiation. Okay, interesting. So I could go heat, I could go not heat. I'll put a V former on then. Latron Incarnon plus Moa. Okay, so Moa doesn't offer anything in terms of looting. Latron Incarnon. Now that one does create an AoE, but it's not a very big AoE. Interesting. Oh, hey, that was a challenge. Works for me. Works for me. What also works for me is I need to do this. Inactive challenge complete, go to Caballero. I will do that one and then move on through them. So I need to get the evolutions moving on some of these. And speaking of which, I also need to go to Caballero and get the Bratum Prime involved as well. So let's do both of those. Let's do those. Any Gamba today? I have 9,000 Spanish to donate. We'll see what we come across. We'll see what we come across. Longshot Frame say, hey Ken, I hope you're having a good day. Can your chat a question, or would that be rude? It depends on the question you're asking, Longshot. That really depends on the question you're asking and nature of that ask. Yeah. Does the operator copy still show up after New War? Because I haven't seen him in ages. When you say the operator copy, you mean the one that goes, hey kiddo? If so, yes, I had them just the other day. And they're a little bit more than just an operator copy, let's put it that way. They are quite something.
Shine that light of yours.
An entity.
Make your time count.
Right, evolving canon of weaponry. First of all, let's get that Braton equipped, shall we? Braton Prime, here we go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yep, I've got absolutely everything in spades. Actually, the Desoma's a bit low. Soma is a bit low, but that's fine. I've got enough now, so upgrade. Yes, very nice. What do I need to do? Complete a solo mission with it equipped.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Longshot, I'm looking for a weapon part. If you're looking for a weapon part, Longshot, your best bet is to actually go on to, if it's tradable, Warframe.market and trade through that way. Twitch chats are not trade chats, so it's really not the way to do it. Let's see, so I was upgrading the Lex. Let's see, increased damage by 20 and ammo efficiency with channeled. Or increase 20 and in shield break another 80 for 8 seconds. That's better. Yeah, let's go that one. Ammo efficiency is nice, but how many abilities do I have that are channeled? I use Lavos. Lavos doesn't even channel abilities, so, you know. Market doesn't have one. All right, long shot frame. Warframe market has an order of magnitude, maybe a few orders of magnitude more people trading on it than this Twitch chat has people looking to trade. Trust me, this is not the place to start trading. No, this is not the place to start trading. Kill 100 enemies with incarnate form.
Okay,
Yeah, I can do
bring
that.
it to life.
I can do
You
that.
die, I got dibs on your stuff.
Hey Kiddo, 2 AM still one of the most scary things in Warframe? Yeah, fair enough, New York. For me, the Hey Kiddo is softened for various reasons. One of which is that well, it just doesn't really act as a jump scare to me. It's been so many times. But second, mine has a tendency to appear right here, which normally looks fine. But give it a moment to load. There we go. When they sit there, they're just kind of being constantly smacked in the head by a spinning iron sculpture, and that just removes any horror from it whatsoever. It's just goofy at that point. Yeah. Wally has no understanding as to what a sculpture is and just kind of phases through it. Doesn't terrify. Hello, Uncle Candy. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Alright, so, Bratton. Oops. Bratton. There we go. Oh. I think it's been a while since I leveled this chat. 30 capacity, nothing else, Serration heavy caliber. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've used Bratton Prime, and understandably because Bratton Prime's initial stats are terrible. Well, honestly, just terrible. It's going to be a former heavy stream, huh? Probably. Probably. Alright, well, let's first upgrade. I've got 12 of these, so might as well spend one. There we go. And I guess we can pop this in here as well. There we go. Beautiful. Let's give you a Deadhead. Deadhead is fine. This is... it's got radiant attacks. Okay. It'll be fine. It's only a range of 3. Yeah. Anyway, we'll go with that for now. Deadhead is fine. And then we can put on Galvanized Chamber, and this can definitely come off. I'll probably take that off as well. Let's get some Viral in here. Do it like this, and we'll do it like that. We'll get some crit stats in here. Just, you know, your very basic bits. Oh, wrong one. This one goes into there. There we go. And then we might as well former this as well. And who doesn't love a good V polarity former? Straight onto the Galvanized Chamber. There we are. That's beautiful. And we might as well get some fire rate in here as well, because hey, who doesn't love a little bit of fire rate? Now I can go speed trigger, or I can get punch through as well. We're using an AoE, so we don't need that. So just normal fire rate will do just fine. There we are. And that's a build. Yeah, 2 more slots to go, but otherwise that's a build. That's good to start with. Yeah. As I'm saying, Lex and Bratton combined for me have 8 form with no Exless. At least you have plenty of platform bundles. Yep. I mean, I'll be fine. I'll be fine on all that lot. Let's see, it's unranked, so yeah, I need to work my way through this because I just popped that on there. This can come off though, that doesn't need to be there anymore. Let's see, we've got the crit stats on here. What this hasn't got is any fire rate. There we are, multi-shot and fire rate simultaneously, which makes up for the minus fire rate on the creeping bullseye. And that'll do lovely. And let's just have a proper melee sitting around. Cool. Alright. I can do with all the optimization on that later on. Next Incarnate benefits heavily from hemorrhage. Yeah, I'm seeing that a few times over, guys. Don't worry. I'm still in the process of unlocking the Incarnates. You might notice I'm not even trying to optimize right now. It's just getting them going. Once they've got their full Incarnates, then I can worry about how I'm actually fully building them. Don't you worry. The requirements were complete the mission and 100 kills on Lex Incarnate. So to do that, might as well head on over to Draco here. Might as well head over here. You like negative fire rate on Rivens? Interesting choice. As we said, what do I pay you for if not doing 50 things at once?
Accept your death.
I can only do so many things at once. I mean, I'm breathing, I'm thinking, I'm talking a lot of nonsense. That should probably count for like 5 things in itself, you know. I'm pretty close to the 50 already.
Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Alright. Bop. 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 They have no idea. They're about to. Hi, guys! Oh, the fire rate on that is painfully slow. Even with the buff. That is painfully slow. Now you guys are like, oh yeah, you're gonna need to use hemorrhage. I mean, it can benefit it. I mean, I'm still bloody destroying. What do you mean the fire rate got buffed? I literally just put a mod on it to increase the fire rate. That's the buff. All the shots? That was all the shots. Alright. Pop! Smack him in the head. Ooh, he sidestepped. We have the first Grineer with intelligence. That isn't Carl. Unfortunately, that intelligence did not last very long. I'm sorry. I'm not. Slowly but surely. I didn't actually think it would be this quick to get the necessary kills, which is why I picked a survival, but I guess we'll be fine then. Oh, the crunchiness on the weapon though, that's up there. Not a very amazing firing sound, but it's got the crunchiness when it goes through a corridor. Well, there we are, that's complete. Let's give the other weapon a whirl. And... you know, I kind of prefer the Burston's ultra-automatic mode, but I suppose we can work with this. I suppose we can work with this. There we are, it's stacking up, stacking up. It just doesn't betray a very strong-sounding weapon. Which I suppose makes sense because it's also not a very strong-feeling weapon right now. Yeah. There is an Arson Xmas somewhere in there. He'll probably die eventually. If I just keep shooting in the general direction of all his gunk, somewhere in there is a dead Arson Xmas. Yeah, I'm still in the process of evolving. We'll see all the differences, how things go once I get there. Right now, I just need the mission to complete, so I can leave. I seriously underestimated the Lex Incarnate. Did you know that all the new Incarnate weapons have negative zoom? It does certainly seem that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Holds them back a bit in terms of the viewpoint, which is cool. You can take in the perspective a little bit more. There's a Leech Xmas somewhere. There he is. And there he isn't. Don't be in the comments. I'm just hopping in. What kind of stream are we doing today? Upgrades, my friend. Upgrades. Incarnates. I have got incarnate upgrades which need to be utilized. And we might even get some more afterwards. So it is about upgrading. Getting more power out of these weapons. It's been a hot minute since I optimized the weapon, like, you know, maybe even a week, so gotta get on that. Also, level 3, level stings, filling the screen with gunk. Not that it really helps the weapon all that much, but it's doing nothing. And transformed. You need Esprit. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Straight out of that film, I forget the name of. Rovos or something. You could just leave and kind of keeps progress. Not this particular one, I don't think. If I just pause, is it going to pause? Challenges. Complete a solo mission. So the challenge isn't done. I need to complete the mission. Always check before you give advice. But it's fine. Another 30 seconds, we'll be out of here. Would it have been faster just leaving him in Capture 2? I could have, but why do I need to hyper-optimize my existence, Aaron? I mean, right now, you could be also doing something in Warframe. Instead, you're watching me. I mean, that's not the most optimized thing. So why are you trying to optimize my stream? Come on now. Getting a little bit over the top if you're saying, oh, you could have bought into a capture. There we are, we can just leave. I could have gone and hunting for extraction if we cared that much. Instead, I was just too busy shooting the enemies and trying out the weapon. Hello, Animalic, how you doing? Bratton needs some leveling up? Yeah, it does. Oh, you guys aren't rivals, Esprit. You aren't rivals. Oh, hey, Torment. Where are you at, mate? Hi, do you want to face Bratton? Tough, I got glaive. Actually, here's a Bratton.
We're running out of time. Consider extraction.
Job done.
What you have learned
Ta-da!
will serve you well.
Yeah, I'll do. A little bit of progress. Little bit of progress. So in fact, I'd say I got some of the finished related ones last night. Ophidian Bite became a 10-meter nuke. Yeah, that can get nice, can't it? That can get nice. Alright, there we go. Let's take these both down to Caballero, see what he's got to say about upgrading them just a little bit further. So we'll go through the multiple loading screens to get there and back. Yeah, I'm doing right, Addy. Went out for lunch with my brother today. Had a nice little catch up over there. Where we both found what's going on. It was a good time out. Checked out a new cafe that's opened up as well, a new diner. It was very nice.
Buy stuff. Okay.
Ophidian deals finisher damage. Ophidian opens up enemies to finish as Esprit. So both Ophidian Bite and Transmutation Probe open enemies to finishers, so long as they are not in another animation, because it's a very short window.
Feeling creative?
Right, let's see. It was a Bratton. Increased damage, multi-shot. Ew, no. Multi-shot consumes ammo directly from capacity. No, 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 no. That's disgusting. Increased damage by 4 when channeling. Increased damage by more and get ammo efficiency. Yikes. Just yikes. Okay. Well, I'm not using channeled abilities, but I'm not burning through my mag in ultra speed, so I guess both of these suck. For me, yeah. Not going to focus too much on the Bratton then. Let's see. Next one, kill enemies with the incarnate form. Okay. Easy enough to do.
Bring it to life.
And the Lex. The upgrade of on reload from empty, faster reload, so that's just going to be faster reload. Increased mag capacity by +10, or on headshot, minus recoil plus accuracy. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's use that one. Why not? There we are.
It's interesting.
So far, I say we've entered this high efficiency Ophidian Bite build, and those finishers decrease. Lavos just gets spam finishers. Oh, yeah, yeah. Lavos can do finishers pretty much as he pleases, which is very nice. It's just you gotta be right up on the enemy's faces to use them. Alright. Good luck, New York. Have fun with those.
If you die, I got dibs on your stuff.
No, you haven't, mate. No. Well, my stuff? I give it to Ordis. Screw you. Ordis can have my stuff. If I just keel over, dead, permanently gone, Ordis, I want you to haunt the Warframes and just gun everything down. That would be the right way to go. Fort asking, will we be getting a build video on the vanilla Bratton Prime Iteration Heavy Caliber No Potato Former? I see. Sorry, for a moment I thought we were reading a normal comment there, but no, it's Fort being Fort. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, yeah, not actually level these up, so I don't need to do anything with them, so it's just a case of doing the incarnate challenges. 100 enemies, and you are... Can I not unlock the challenge? Or is it just... Oh no, it's locked because of the challenge, right. Get 5 headshots in a single mission. Oh, man, that's... Wow. Damn. 5 headshots in a single mission? That's a big ask. D, come on. What am I, a god? Jeez. Like, any mission? Oh, yeah. You know what, I might as well, let's just take a run through of Adaro. Actually, no, we can just go here. We can quit out now, can't we? We don't need to complete mission. Excuse me. Ah. Go here, so. No, thank you.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it.
Cheers, Ladybug. Cheers,
Trust
Cosplay.
in your training.
Alright.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm
Cheers,
sending
Karma.
life support capsules your way.
Look at them all. Look at them all. They're all making their way over here. They're like, yeah, we know there's a tunnel here. Wait, where? Hi! Wait. Sorry. Sorry. Hang on. Sorry. Not only do I not need to get the 5 headshots in a time frame, I could do it with anything and it's not even headshot kills. I just aimed at the first guy I saw. Who comes up with some of these challenges? Ah, okay. I guess I'll do the Bratton challenge now. Yep, that's Did I even? I did kill something there. Yeah, I did kill something there. I was just I was not ready for just how quick that was. I really was not ready for that. Crikey. Oh dear. Seriously, the requirements on some of these challenges. There are more difficult requirements to access junctions early game. Let's put it that way. Like, imagine if a junction said, oh yeah, you need to get 5 headshots, then you're allowed to pass. I did that on my way here. By accident. You got yours from melee headshots? Well, fair enough. I mean, headshot's a headshot, right? God blimey. Guess it's simple because new players need some help. New players, sorry. New players? Incarnants? New? I think you and I are playing a different game. Maybe that's all the definition of new changed whilst I was asleep. I appeared to be attacked by an Xmas. Let me just ruin his day a little bit. And stay ruined. Throws glaive mildly above enemy heads, Lex and Cannon. Hey, that was cool. Pretty much. Pretty much. Do you have any tips for surviving better in Steel Path? Either use tankier setups or dodge more. It's like, I'm using tanky setups so I can just kind of migrate around, but if you want to otherwise survive, get mobile. Get killing enemies quickly, don't let them shoot you, control them so they're not shooting at you. Basically, either make it where you can get hit, or just don't get hit. Now that might seem exceedingly vague, but then you did ask an exceedingly vague question. I don't know what Warframes you're using, I don't know what weapons you're using, I can leave. I can't really help you out in such vagaries in a Twitch message like that. If you're just starting out on Steel Path, grab a frame which doesn't really feel like dying. So Revenant is a very good pickup for that. Revenant you should have access to by the time you get Steel Path, and has a very simple ability. Mesmer Skin. Mesmer Skin is Revenant's, I don't feel like it, when it comes to dying ability. Whilst that is active, you can't die. That's it. Whilst it's active, you can't die. At least not from weapons, and weapons are what you're scared of. So go for it. And then you work up your strength, and you work down your defenses to the point that you have optimized it. You use Neja, you still feel like you die incredibly fast. You probably are dying incredibly fast, and it's probably because your loadout isn't actually built for survival. Have a look, for example. This Lavos, which is just kind of walking through missions going la 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 la, looks like this. Full Umbral set, Arcane Grace passively healing me, Adaptation increasing the damage resistance, anywhere from 2/3 to 90%, depending on the mission and therefore enemy types. This is a big mod, by the way. Which is very, very, very different to what your bottom basic, I just went through the star chart and didn't try, Neja build looks like. So what does your Neja build really look like, Gambling Peen? Does it look anything like this? Or does it perhaps look a little bit more like, oh, I don't know. Does it look a little bit more like that? Actually, maybe not even that. Maybe more like that. Like, which of these three builds look more like your Neja? This one, or the actually tanky Lavos I just showed you? Because that makes a hell of a difference. I gotta say, okay, double Umbral mod. Yeah, it still doesn't really tell me enough. I think you get the picture here. If you don't get the picture at this point, you might wanna think about what picture you're not getting. Maybe figure out what bit you're stuck on, and then I can answer a more specific question, because otherwise there's so many different ways to survive in Steel Path. Just saying double Umbral Neja doesn't quite connect up what's going on. Jesus over say, oh my god, is that the Kengineer? You look so cute. I mean, I'm on the Kengineer's channel. I'd hope I'm the Kengineer. I mean, look, I've even got the logo. See? See? Must be the Kengineer. Why else would I be wearing a Kengineer logo if I'm not the Kengineer? On the Kengineer's channel. Crazy. Professional imposter? True, yeah. Yeah, I could be just that good of an imposter that you think I'm the Kengineer, but actually, I'm just some dude called Ken. Crazy, I know. You know if I say bought keg merch? Wait, just now? Or... because there should be a notification if you did just now. Is Boris? I am not a Boris. I am not a Boris. How dare you? Goodness gracious. Of all the names you could try and throw my way, Boris? Ugh. No, thank you. Kengineer if you need to be formal. The Kengineer for proper formality. Ken if you can't be bothered to type that many letters. Oh, I see you, Nova. I see you, yeah. Should be here soon. Yeah, fair do, fair do.
Always got time for a fellow enthusiast.
How long ago was that one, actually? It has been a hot minute. I'm just going to double check for you, because I want to make sure, now you've said that, there's just something in the back of my mind saying double check, make sure it's not been too long for them. Because I swear it's been a minute. Let me just check here. Most recent ones. No, it has been a minute. And then some. We find unless there was an issue? You know, send me a message on Discord, please. If you can send me some details on Discord, I'll double check against my side here, because I was right, there's not been much within the last delivery window I would have expected. I'll double check on that for you. Don't want you to be messing around or waiting longer than you should. I'll look into that.
Okay, bring it to
I mean, no one's had an issue so far, but if you are having an issue, I will definitely look into that for you. Anyway, that aside, let's see what we got here. On punch through hit, 20% chance for 10% ammo restored. Curious. Increase accuracy, reduce recoil. Curious. Increase ammo capacity. I mean, if it increased the Incarna ammo, that'd be cool, but it doesn't, so that's kind of meh. This one, on punch through, restoring ammo, doesn't really seem all that important because I'll be using the Incarna mode, and I doubt it's going to give ammo to that. So I guess just give me the accuracy, I suppose. What? What does this number even mean? What? 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 Accuracy goes from 0 to 100. 100 is laser beam accuracy. What is 500 accuracy? How? What's the difference between 200 and 500 accuracy? Like, I literally did the video on what accuracy is, and this makes no sense whatsoever. Nor the fact, as everybody's pointing out, plus 60%. 200 plus 60% is not 500. The distance before the fall off? No, that's not how it works. Definitely not, because the fall off is over here and it's based on the range. Fall off has its own stat. It's nothing to do with the accuracy stat, and I can tell you that for a fact. This is just... Yeah, Ray didn't make me do a video on accuracy. Ray requested it, and I thought, yeah, let's look into it. It's kind of complicated, but I think I can figure it out. If it weren't for the clever cogs behind the wiki, I think it's Cephalon Scientia. Is it Scientia or Scienta? I always forget. Cephalon Scientia, I think it is. If it weren't for that clever cogs, I don't think I ever would have fully resolved what was going on with accuracy. But between the two of us, independently-ish, basically between me and Cephalon, me reading Cephalon's work, we got there. Yeah, I just... Wow. If super accuracy meant something, it could be curious, but yeah. It's a thing. Anyway, right. So, Bratton, what was the final challenge? Final challenge is kill 30 enemies without reloading. Oh, that's going to be easy. And Lex Prime is now fully mastered. Lex Prime, we've got increased crit chance and crit damage. Ooh. Save this by 30. Yeah. And on equip, plus headshot damage for 4 seconds. On a wide body incarnate projectile? I'm going to go with that. Yeah, that's a little bit bonkers. Is that base 54% crit chance? Good God. Good God, that should be illegal. Good Lord. Well then. Yeah, that's What are we firing? A pistol or a hand cannon? As I say, I'm still confused why it has additive condition overload despite nearly every other projectile of its type being multiplicative. Is it a projectile? Does it have travel time then? Does it have a range? I'm not seeing a fall off stat, Zob. Let's pop out of here and let's give it a quick whirly whirl. Let's see what's going on. Small directional nuclear explosions. Something like that, yeah. Oh, hey, I've maxed this out. Hold on, guys, I just need to pick up some ire real quickly. Give ire, plus. That is not ire. Try again. There we go. 1 ire. 1 ire. Okay, that... yeah, no, that was maybe Suda has some ire for me. Have you got some ire? Let's try that again. No. Damn, what was that? 1 in 9 packs? Are you kidding me? Alright, fair enough. Oh, duh, I'll just go screw myself.
Creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks.
Suda's blue because she ate all the ire? Okay. Maybe Meridian? No. The Meridian standing just sits there. It's just gonna sit there and sulk. I hope to one day gain compound interest on it. Alright. So, if I just bring a few of these guys in, and then I go bop, 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 bop. Oh, that accuracy bonus. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. No recoil whatsoever. Ah. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. Anyway, transform mode. We'll lose all the zoom. Yeah, no, that's definitely a wide body projectile with limited travel distance. Like, definitely. Yeah, that's taking time to travel. And you say it's additive condition overload. Weird. Also, projectile hits behind you for some reason. Maybe it's really, really wide. Yeah, it's just a really, really big projectile. There, it's not hitting. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, okay. That's so weird. That is so obnoxiously weird. Okay, does this benefit from a range mod? Can we get a fall-off extension projectile speed mod? Speed... Yeah, projectile speed, we can get that. So if I just slap that in place of Scorch a moment, can I make it where we can hit from all the way over here? Well, screw you too, game. Screw you too. Did that make any... Hang on. Did that make any difference whatsoever? Okay, I can hit this distance. I can hit this distance. Oh, I'm out. Actually, I'm going to need to do a more scientific test. I don't actually know what ranges I'm working at here. Let's... Kill, resummon. Right then. So, I am at 44 meters distance. No hit. Let's close that to 38. 38 hit. 41. Hits. 42 meters. Okay. 42 meter hit there. And then without it... That should be significantly worse. Let me just... Get some charges off that guy over there, thank you. So this shouldn't hit. Correct? That is quite the range increase, actually. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like it's increasing it around about 10 meters. That's nice. That is nice. Does the hitbox size of the projectile get smaller with the flight speed mod on? I would assume no, because that doesn't happen with other things. There is a slight downside to that, though. If I just bring up the lethal momentum mod again, 2 lethals, interesting. Projectile speed, like most Exodus mods, the one you want is the wrong polarity. DE, why do you do this to us? Why? What? Why? Just... Every time. It really does feel like every single time. Like... What's the extra slot for a dash polarity? We've got steady hands, minus recoil. I already have the Incarnate perk for minus recoil. Trick mag. Doesn't matter, it's Incarnate. Ammo mutation, doesn't matter, it's Incarnate. Reload when holstered, doesn't matter, it's Incarnate. Minus recoil and spread when sliding, doesn't matter, it's Incarnate. Suppress, okay, I'll give you a pass on that one, suppress. Zoom, it's Incarnate. Like, on equip, minus, again, Incarnate, doesn't matter. Whereas the V polarity, we've got the, well, plus accuracy when aiming, that doesn't matter either. We got lethal momentum. Or movement speed when aiming. I suppose you could pick up that as well. So there's very few which are V polarities in the first place, and they're the ones we might actually consider. Yay. Plus accuracy on 500? I don't know. Crazy, right? Crazy. At least no polarity. I just... Yeah. What does Lex's Prime Incarnon do? Lex Incarnon basically becomes a Catch Moon or Full Moon style projectile. Catch Moon, Full Moon, Archoplasm, all that kind of thing. It's a wide body projectile, and it just massively drops down the fire rate, but hits like a truck. So with this, for example, modding, let's just switch that back over to... Was it Scorch I had on there? It was Scorch, yeah. So with this example modding, we have here fire rate of 3 on the normal mode. It's basically 3. And doing 3k damage per shot with crits multiplying that up by around about 6 to 7 times. Yeah, about a 6 times multiplier roughly, I'm going to say. So that's about 18k 3 times a second. In Incarnon mode, well, the base damage before we've even crit is 20k. And the crit there is a lot. Just a lot. But the fire rate drops down to about a third of what it was. In fact, that might even be less than a third. Yeah, it's less than a third. Yikes. But yeah, that is a heck of a lot of damage there. And it's a wide body projectile, so it's just going to go straight through a whole group of enemies at once. Like if I quickly decide on a new group of enemies, is that Mark's going to stay there? No, cool. Okay. We grab something basic. We don't need to worry about top tier Exogoxel officers. It's an unfinished build, but Elite Lancers, let's just get an idea here. So the basic damage, obviously we can headshot and it can do quite a chunk. I mean, look at that. Bang. Bad day for that guy, isn't it? That feels pretty good. And that was with no deadhead active, but let's now do this. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I can do a lot of work. There we go. You guys all handling that? Yeah. And we can see here that some of them are actually dying from this. Let's help them out there, though. I feel like I could die just a little bit faster. And this is without a finished build. This is without going for the hemorrhage approach. This is just straight up typical modding. No fancy-mancy wancy stuff. Just slap Pistol Gambit on it. Just need to humour big number. What do you mean? What do you mean Pistol Gambit? This one. The one that is objectively worse crit bonus than Creeping Bullseye, which, oh, right, it brings down the fire rate, but I got buff fire rate here. That one. To give you a lower number. That doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, it gives the fire rate, but also takes up more body capacity. Yeah, hemorrhage. Oh god, that's an expensive to fit mod. Let's slap you in here. So we lose a lot of the damage because Prime Heat Charge was kind of doing some work there. But let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now. So we're like, hey, I've got a gun. It's got less heat damage. Are you guys less scared now? He's like, yeah, I'm less scared of that. That ain't going to do much to me. Look at this. This heat barely hurts whatsoever. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just kind of going. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I've still got some shots left. Let's keep going. How you feeling there, mate? What do you think about the gun? Is it a good gun? Yeah, he thinks it's a good gun. Yeah. We could absolutely improve this to go with the... What's it? The Prime Pistol Gambit. I've got the space for now, so I can absolutely go that there. Bring back up that fire rate. It's not a huge change in fire rate, but it's not a huge change in crit chance either, so... it's neither here nor there. And as I'm saying multiple times over, this is unfinished. Because like with this, I could absolutely go, rather than Scorch, I could go for a viral approach. I think I can fit on these two. There we go. So now I have a limited amount of, but still existing, viral. Also, I just noticed, I I don't have any multi-shot on this. Or rather, I have a tiny, tiny amount of multi-shot on this. Yeah, so that'll be taking up the final slot then. That's something I need to build into here. And I could go for Merciless rather than Deadhead. With this sheer amount of killing power, I can absolutely do that. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Replace Hornet Strike at least temporarily? Forming doesn't take that long. Forming doesn't take that long. Lady was saying, my only complaint about Incarnate Guns as a whole right now is it's turning me into a solo player just trying to get my damn headshots in. Yeah, I get you on that. I get you on that. One thing I've come across with the Felarks, because at the moment, the Felarks and others like it, which really rely on their multi-shot, the charges are only gained for the pellets that hit a living enemy, right? So if I hit this guy here, he survives. So all of that's gone through, and that is going to give me 18 charges, okay? Now, you might not actually care about the charges on the Felarks, but the point is still here. So that was 18 charges, but now if we bring down the level just a little bit. Bring that just a little bit down. That way, you know, he instantly dies. Now we get 2 charges. Because all the other pellets didn't actually hit. It didn't actually hit. That's, just love the saying, Deadhead is better because it gives a headshot multiplier on every shot as a headshot because projectile is wide enough to always hit head and stacks much longer. Okay, let's see if that's correct. That's a very interesting claim. So, if true, when I fire a wide body projectile with his headshot, Arcane on here, we should see it gain a bajillion stacks. Like, it should go straight the way up. So let's test that. I'm gonna grab a stack right now, just so I can fire this shot. We'll wait for that to time out, and we'll see, do I gain Deadhead stacks when I fire center of mass down here? No, I'm not even gonna go center of mass. I'm gonna go, like, shoulder-ish, right there. Wait for the Deadhead to time out. Let's see, do I get loads of it? Nope, not a single proc. Okay, what if I come a little bit further along and aim a bit higher? Nope, not a single proc. Alright then, cool. So, Judas Lover, you said that with some absolute certainty. You said Deadhead is better because, not I think, not oh would it be. You said that with certainty. I don't take that very kindly when it's very demonstrably wrong straight away. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a headshot by shooting aside. Judas said, every shot is a headshot because projectile is wide enough to always hit. That's what they claimed, always. Not if you do in these certain circumstances, always. I just proved that was incorrect. Right there, I had proved that was incorrect. Alright, I've got the Incarnate form again. I've got 1 stack at the moment. We've got 2 guys here. Let's see. If I aim roughly this way... Nope. No stat gains whatsoever. So there, they were facing me as well, guys. Just in case you want to go, oh, but... No. Done both now. You can't hit the head from behind and the sides? Really? You can't? Oh, man, there are so many people out here today feeling like they could just say something like it's an actual fact. All right, let's see. So I'm behind and to the side of this guy. Oh, look at that headshot. Ah. Behind and to the side, headshot. Also, they're dying to the slash procs? No, they're not. They're level 19. They're not dying to the slash procs. Slash procs hit after 1 second. Alright. Every single one of you. Let's name and shame here. Let's name and shame. So, the Squiggy. Dying to the slash procs, they say. Forgetting that slash procs hit after 1 second. The Squiggy. You do not know enough about the game to make the claims you're making. Let's see here. Nick Daniels, you can't hit the head from behind and sides. Absolutely incorrect. I just demonstrated that. You'd know that if you tried it out. So, naming and shaming is you. Let's see. How many others here? For example, Archiplasma doesn't have headshot multiplier. It can still headshot, I believe. I'll have to double check on that one. Let's see. Where was it? Judas Lover. Yeah, Deadhead is better because it gives a headshot multiplier, and every shot is headshot because projectile is wide enough to always hit head, and stacks last much longer. Yeah, only one bit of that was correct. Stacks last longer. Judas Lover, I'm in Simulacrum right now, and killing from the front gets headshots and maxes Deadhead instantly. You gotta roughly aim at head from the front. Right, so let me get this straight then. So when you said it gives headshot, it's wide enough to always hit headshot, what you meant was if you aim for a headshot, you get a headshot. Yeah, no. If you shorten your message down to the point that you are incorrect, you're not helping anyone. Shortening your message down to the point you are incorrect does not help people, because what you say and what you mean are two separate things. Thanks, Esprit. I get very particular about this, because unfortunately, otherwise, one, people get very particular about it on YouTube comments, believe it or not, but two, just seriously, don't. You're only going to confuse people. You're only going to confuse them if you start making claims which are shortened down to the point of being inaccurate. You might as well at that point start telling people that they have taste zones on their tongue, or it's sweet here and bitter there and umami over there, and that's also completely incorrect, by the way. Just FYI. So anyone saying that the Archiplasma can't headshot, how come I just gained 3 stacks of primary Deadhead? Quick question. If it can't headshot, what did I just do then? Thank you, Esprit. Like, I appreciate you guys wanting to give me content for a myth-busting video, but just coming out with absolutely demonstrably inaccurate stuff that I can disprove in 60 seconds is honestly embarrassing. Like, genuinely embarrassing. Pipko, I didn't name you directly. If you want me to name you directly, sure, but I didn't say your name specifically. There are other people talking about the headshot on it as well. But if you want to feel offended just because I've demonstrated something, go for it. You weren't the only one talking about headshots. Anyway. Didn't expect to come into him laying down the law. Yeah, it's how it goes. If there's any stream you don't want to go into and start spouting off nonsense, it's probably the one where I literally test things for the better part of a week whilst putting together a video to make sure you guys get accurate information. We also don't want viewers to shame. It's probably just Twitch doing Twitch things, Esprit. I don't worry about that number. I do what I do because I know you guys, enough of you, appreciate it. No, Kelty, I wouldn't go that far. Hey, let's not go that far. But it does annoy me. It does annoy me. And you know, if I say thanks to Kalevo vid, I'm really excited to enjoy playing him. Probably gonna burn a new main for a while. Kalevo is a strong frame. It amazes me the number of people, again, who will say that Clevo is not a strong frame, like he doesn't just obliterate rooms like that. He is. Clevo is a strong frame. It's like an Equinox nuke going off every time you press your 1. 3 and 1. Which is a lot faster than Equinox can normally nuke. It's kind of a little bit crazy. Who's Clevo? This guy. This guy right here, Celtic Brahmin. The one who has been stabbed more times than Caesar. Or at least I think more times than Caesar. See, I think Caesar was attacked by like 40 people, but only stabbed like 6, 7 times, something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, I'll be quite honest with you, so I may be incorrect here. Doomslayer 10 with a Yo DJ request. Oh, here we go again. Hey Kengineer, play The Only Thing They Fear Is You, plus thanks for saving us many times through our journeys in Warframe. Well, with the thanks there, I'm going to be a little bit more kind. I feel like I've been rather rude all of a sudden, so I'm going to pull it back a moment. Firstly, Doomslayer, thank you very much. I'm glad that you do appreciate what I do for you in Warframe. Doomslayer, I'm also going to ask you, did you read the Yo DJ option before you redeemed it? Just out of curiosity, did you read it? Or did you see the Yo DJ and think you knew what it meant? Just saying. In any case, I can't put on just any old song because the MCA is a thing. I don't think I've read it well. Yeah. Change background music choices are EDM, lo-fi, synth, ambient, rock, that is vocal, instrumental, in-game, or off. Those are the choices. And that's not to say you can choose songs within that genre. Those are the literal choices. I'm gonna send you back the points on that one. And when it comes off cooldown, you might be able to check yourself again on that. Esprit saying, check myself, Caesar was stabbed 23 times. Oh, fair enough. I mean, Caesar did kind of deserve it. After what Caesar had done to the calendar. That was, that is a mess that haunts us still to this day, thousands of years later. Yeah. Well done, Caesar. 23 times on 60 conspirators. Damn. Damn, I mean, that just goes to show how many people contribute to a group project, eh? Cheers, Zuri. Appreciate it. Alright, let's get sorting out these. We got this one fully up there. I don't know why I switched to filming. I wanted the Bratton Prime. Is this locked? Kill 30 enemies without reloading. Ah, yes. That is easy enough to do. Out of curiosity, I've got to see now. Will Kalervo's collective curse count? I'm going to say no, but I have to know. Will Kalervo's collective curse count? Try saying that quickly. Will Kalervo's collective curse count? Actually, it's really easy to see. Never mind. Not a tongue twister. Not a tongue twister, but still interesting. Play Pope Gregory, the Gregorian calendar sucks. Dragon Proxy say, I wish the new arcanes could actually compete with the Merciless Dead Arcanes. This sounds more interesting.
More powerful than before.
Yeah, he may paint themselves into a corner, or just... I don't really know, to be honest with you on that. I don't know what exactly is the plan there. It's a thing, but then we've known for a while that the imbalancing are not things that really go together. Right, I just want to see, first of all, can Collective Curse count for this? Well, that's one. Not loads, just one. That's three. Okay, yeah, it's not counting. Ah, that's annoying. Alright, well, not going to have the output here. Abort. Not going to have the output there, so I'll just go find some infested and turn them into a pile of mush. Alright then, let's just grab lazy tank so I don't have to think about it, and go level up against some infested. Hello there, Gordon. How's my tea? Quite fine, thank you very much. Quite fine indeed. Oh, let's find out. Cheers. Oh. Okie dokie. Let's see. Defense? No. Survival? Yeah, that's the one. Because the infested fall over so easily, this should be fine. Funny Space says, devastating attrition to Felox not working for Oldworm. Not something I've tested or looked into, so I can't say either way. Sorry, it's free space. Cannot see on that one.
While a lone Tenno operative hunts for supplies. Set off the alarms to start.
Man, that was a difficult hack right there. Crikey. Don't know how I ever set off that alarm. Hello. I shouldn't mess with them. literally steel path infested. I should be more concerned, but I just don't care. Oh, hey, it carried over the 3 from the previous... Wait, hold on. Chat, should I go for the silliest way of doing this challenge? Like, should I go for the absolute silliest way of doing this challenge? This is... I'm sorry. Nah. DE. DE, please. Come on. Do melees count? It's gotta be with this gun, it seems, because I tried Wikuleva's Collective Curse for killing and it didn't count. But this has gotta be an altogether new level of silly I might do right here. This has got to be an all-time new silly. Using incursion form? Don't know what incursion form is. Incarnate form I could use, but I don't want to because I'm going to be silly. I'm going to be silly. So, kill 30 enemies without reloading. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm probably going to run out of ammo before I get all 30. It's okay. Let's just abort. It's fine. I'm probably going to run out of ammo before I get all 30 chats, so we'll just have to try again, won't we? Yeah. Yeah, mission failed. We'll get them next time. Going to be silly and playing, not always a little silly. I'm not always a little. Okay, I am.
Worth the test.
Simfire Titan, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Alright, so my gun is back to 75 ammo without reloading, and it's still on 7. Now we're on 8. I can just kind of spray in the general direction of them. Yeah. I probably used up too many bullets. Let's just abort and reload again. How is this legitimate? How is this a legitimate way of doing this? I mean, I know it's really stupid. I could just go through and one-tap every single enemy in a low-level mission, but the fact that I can even do this... Works the same on Rivens? Is there a Riven for do X without reloading? Because I can understand you'll do so many things and then you might do it across missions, like kill X sentients with headshots, but this is without reloading, so I'm using loading a mission to reload. I'm never taking the reload action, I'm just starting a new mission. That just seems, in so many ways, wrong. This is genuinely working. We're at 21, let's get the last guy here. There we go, alright, let's dip out now. There's not enough enemies here, I can't be bothered to walk any further. Yeah. This is so cheesy. How did I find this out? Because I got a few kills whilst testing something else, and then switched to another mission and it remembered the kills I got at Cosmo. That's how. Choc, cheers. Appreciate it. So now on this final run through, might be final, maybe there won't be enough enemies at spawn, but here we go again. Esprit, come on. Esprit, hypothetically, let's say you don't need to go that far, Esprit. Let's say that might be a little bit excessive, and instead the point cost, the channel point cost, is inflated to acknowledge that there is an additional cost myself involved. The actual production. If you wanted to go that far, I don't think you need to tip me like that. If you want to, no, even if you want to, no, that'd be ridiculous, Esprit. I cannot in good conscience take that. At all. No. Just no. I know you're not even suggesting it. Oh, I can leave, by the way. I finished not reloading. Where did Pick a Frame go? Pick a Frame's not currently active because we're focusing on the weapons. Now, if you think about it, I'm reloading the mission, so really, I didn't do the challenge. It works. It works. Dragon Proxy saying, you can catch one fish, then leave the open world, it'll stay... Excuse me. The one fish for the challenge without missing a throw. I mean, of course. But then if you miss a throw, it'll reset it. So that doesn't really fix anything. Here, I've managed to use more bullets than were in the magazine without reloading because I instead aborted and restarted the mission, which isn't reloading. How many missions failed have I got? Oh, load. I've done all kinds of things which require me to fail missions or just quit them out. My missions failed. My completion rate is 89%. That is an incorrect value. Oh wait, no, it's a quit bit. Yeah, okay, yeah. Missions quit, missions failed, they're different things. I was going to say, missions quit, 1,781. And climbing. I'm actually surprised it's that low, to be honest with you. I'm surprised it's that low, considering for example, the former farm I demonstrated in the Void. I've done a few quits. Just a couple. Not sure aborting the mission still fits the cheese category. Oh, that is cheese. That is absolutely cheese. Because the fact that I've done it there with the Bratton shows that it works for every instance of that challenge. If at any point you are required to not reload, then you can just redo the mission. So long as it doesn't also state and complete the mission, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. This is really twisting the words so damn far. Gambling Peen, remember DE asking you about the game? Really confused how they don't know about how stuff they made. Gambling Peen, I wouldn't be confused about that, because here's something that happened to me. I actually tweeted about this a while ago because it happened, and it happens multiple times. I was trying to think about how finishers work, what the calculations were, and so I went to Google it. I went to Google a specific question about the finishers in Warframe. And do you want to know what the #1 result on Google was? It was my guide to finishers in Warframe. So it's fine if DE, one of the many dozens, hundreds of employees at DE, doesn't know everything about the game, because apparently I can't even remember my own guides.
Kill stuff. Repeat.
So, yeah.
For the dead. But I mean,
take that as you will.
here's where it gets interesting.
No one's supposed to have encyclopedic knowledge of absolutely everything in this game. No one. Let's see here. So, when crit chances below 50%, increased critical damage multiplied by 3 times, but apparently that's just always active, so I'm told. So let's just kind of do that and see what happens. I'm going to triple check to make sure that is still active. I assume it is, but let's just check. Dragon Proxy saying, I love Mega Aggress now. It's just 300% bonus for free without limiting for Core and Atlas. Hold up. God damn it. That's the arcane section. Why is it not in my arcane section? I have it, right? Oh, for God's sake. Operate arcane? I know, but it should be listed somewhere. Am I spelling it wrong? There it is. I think I might have been spelling it wrong the entire time. Please ignore that. Let's just ignore that. On Warframe Belly Transference, heavy blades deal plus 300% crit damage for 4 consecutive attacks. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, that's cheeky. Oh, that's cheek. I didn't even think of that. That's beautiful. It increases your crit damage for 4 consecutive attacks, but it doesn't increase it on those attacks. It increases it until you have done those attacks. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, how did he ever hoped They don't hope to balance this game. They don't hope to balance this game. It's just... I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing on that. Yeah, that's just brilliant. That is just 17,000 types of brilliant. Slight exaggeration, but who cares? God, what a wow. Just wow. All right. I love it. As I'm saying, is there an incarnate static that's a heavy blade so we can use 2 cheese static things at once? I don't think there is a 2H, but sure. I almost quit the game after that. I normally go to quit the game after looking at my operator because, yeah, can't be bothered with them. Just saying. Is that actually how it works, though? I'm going to take it on faith for now. I'm going to take it on faith. Right now, I want to grab one of you. Actually, I might need a few of you, depending on how strong this is. You never know. Let's be certain about this. And let's grab you. And the crits. Let's grab critical chance. 75%, 6 times multiplier. Perfect. That'll do just what we need it to for the test. So at 75%, it is above the 50% that the that this says. With crit chance below 50%, it is not. So we can absolutely verify whether or not this is working. I'll just grab some of you. This one at the back here. I've decided you are my guinea pig for this one. Crits are 444, non-crit 74. Yeah, non-crit 74. 444 divided by 74 is 6. Yep, verified. Still works. That was easy. Wow. Yep, okay then, cool. That's I guess this is... It works as long as the primary fire's crit chance is below 50%. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, let's... Let's see then. On headshot plus crit chance when aiming. I hope I don't need that as well, but we'll see how much I'm going to need here. If I do that, it's going to give me... Well, hold on. How much is this adding on? This... Yeah, that's adding on 24%. So this would add on another 12 and a bit. Would that be enough? I'm going to just math it out. 12 times, that's 3, 4.35, 52.2. Yeah, okay. Let's see if it is that then. Let's see if it is that then. I don't need to do anything here. Okay. So, without it active, 207 or 41. 41 times how much to get to 207? Wait, hang on. What's it? Oh, right, that's the, yeah, normal mode has that, doesn't it? Yeah, normal mode is 5 times. Yeah, that's fine. That is correct. So now if we proc this, 207 still. But if I aim, nope, still 207. Hold on, did I misunderstand the mod? What are we testing? We're testing to see how broken the incarnate evolution is here. Let's see. On headshot, crit chance whilst aiming. So I just need to aim after I've headshotted, and that will bring the crit chance to over 50% on the non-incarnate version, which someone suggested is gonna have the issue. Let's see. No, it's still 207 crit there. It's not gone down. Well, if I switch form... Yeah, we're still getting yellow crits of 444 as before. So no change. No change. So no, it's not conditional. I'm not seeing conditional at all. This is perhaps the most important question I've ever asked. What kind of calculator do you use? I use a Casio FX TAC 83MS. That's a Casio Foxtrot X-Ray-83 Mike Sierra. That's what I use. And I've used this for... Let me see, when would I have got this one? If you were... Let me think here, how long? Yeah. If you were born after August 2004, you are officially younger than this calculator. So I'm fairly certain I got this one August 2004. Just saying. So if you were born after August 2004, you are younger than this calculator that I have here. Just saying. Also, I don't think I've ever changed the battery on it. Oh my word. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh dear. That's gonna break a few people. Celtic Bro saying the thought of people being born after 2004 is painful. Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. Wait. It's a thing. I remember loads of interactions along the line. I'm not even going to dive into all that lot, but it's still crazy, yeah. Lady was saying people born in 2004 are like 14, aren't they? Right? Right? No. Show us a calculator. It's a calculator. Nothing special to it. It's a Casio calculator. Yeah. Oh dear. Right, so we verified here this is not scaling unconditionally on the Argon scope. Let's go full into it then. Galvanized scope. We're going to need to get the headshot kills for this to verify, so let's get some weaker enemies in as well now. If I just go kill enemies, let's bring in 5 of you and 10 of you, max of you. Yeah, that'll do. Bring down the levels just so they do actually die at some point. Actually, no, turn off the steel path modifier and go for 30 should be okay. That should be fine. People say they're like 3 Otsumi Mall literally didn't exist. Oh my word. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. This is why I don't ask ages, or one of many reasons I don't ask ages around here. I don't need to be reminded that compared to some of the people here watching, I must seem like this ancient sage. I'm not that old. Not that old. Although I was chopping willow trees in RuneScape before some of you were born, so maybe I am that old. It's fine. Right, so, testing. Body shotting here. We got 41 normally, crit of 207. Okay. Getting the headshots here. That is stacking up the arcane. Still 207. So again, that massive increase in crit chance still did not count. It did not trigger it. Fine. As you say, a month younger than my oldest brother, you aren't old. I know, I know I'm not old. It's fine. I know I'm not old. Univoy, what Archon shards should I be using for clever build? You showed off. Personally, I'd add something for energy. Feel like I fit myself without quite often. What's your opinion? A little bit of energy max will do you fine there. A little bit of energy max to deal with not using Prime Flow. Depends on which of the builds you're using. I did give a little bit of suggestions about Archon shards towards the end of the video, I think. Because that is a very late game kind of thing to use, but yeah. So yeah, with this one you can go for energy max so that then you can take in more energy as and when you get it and have it available for when you are running out. Likewise, let me think then. Now you've got healing, energy is coming from 100 adrenaline, so you don't need the ones that give you more energy from energy orbs. You could go for that, but you don't really need it. Casting speed, yeah, you can use casting speed, it'll make this certainly feel a lot better. The others don't really matter, but on this one, definitely. But casting speed isn't over the top as a requirement for him. You could go for additional armor. Is there a benefit to having adaptation ranked down? Yeah, it's easier to fit. It's easier to fit because otherwise I'd have to get another adaptation and rank it all the way up and put one in or the other in, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference. So rather than spending the extra ender and ranking this up to max, I can just have a slightly down ranked one, and now more builds can fit that same mod. It's just easier. It's just easier. Yeah, casting speed isn't problematic on Clevo. What else you could look at would be the Archon Shards for the melee bonus, but I think it's melee crit chance, isn't it? So even then it's not amazing. Otherwise you can go duration if you're using the duration side of him, or you can go for strength if you're not. Normally extra strength doesn't exactly hurt. If anything, if you get the extra strength, you might even be able to afford not using transient fortitude. Oh, is it crit damage melee? Oh, use that then. Must be, right, yeah, it's secondary crit chance, primary status chance, melee crit damage. I remember now. Thank you guys, yeah. In which case, yeah, absolutely. Crit damage on Clevo. Win. Win. Anything that wasn't dying in one shot will certainly be dying in one shot by that point. So yeah, that'll be effective. So, strength, because it can allow you to cut out some of the strength modding and go for alternative options. Duration if you're using helmet abilities, and therefore the additional duration will be of help to you. You could go for armor if you want to go for even more on the armor tanking there, but you should be getting plenty from Guardian anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. Health, no. You don't need plus health shards. Plus shield charge you can't put onto there. Energy max, that is a nice pickup. You only need 1 or 2. Anything after that would be excessive. I suppose you could go for a bit of particle velocity. I mean, hey, why not? That really is the limit of where I'd consider it there. That is about the limit of what needs to be considered on him. Has the update to Overguard having a gate been put in yet? No. I have not seen any patch note to say it has, no. Alright, so this is always active. No conditionals seem to be interfering with it whatsoever. It's just always active. So that is great. We can definitely mod for that. We could just mod for all of the power, which is kind of bonkers. Just what? I'm sorry, this isn't even remotely close to a finished build. 90% critical chance with a 13.2 times critical multiplier? What? In fact, yeah, we can't. Getting it over the line to over 100% crit chance. Not gonna be the easiest to do because we'd have to use scope, wouldn't we? That's where a Riven would come in nicely, I suppose. But you can definitely slap bladed rounds onto this. And in fact, with all that crits, all that crits, all that crit, all those crits, all that crit, either way. I think bladed rounds, hunter munitions, go for aim and blappage. Yeah, that could work. Reason I'm not considering the scope is because this will probably be a status killer more than anything. Despite the fact that it's got that sheer damage multiplier, it's still relatively poxy shots. And lots of them. Which would suggest that status will be a winner there. So yeah, bladed rounds onto munitions. I mean, you've got the accuracy to not have to worry too much as well. Did I go to college, and if so, what degree? We call it university over here, but yes, I did. I studied geology. Yeah, bet you didn't see that coming. I studied geology. Absolutely nothing to do with video games, absolutely nothing to do with content creation. Could not be further from the two, to be quite honest with you. Rocks. Rocks and minerals and basically looking down microscope at the minerals, studying the fossils, understanding the geological processes to an insane level, looking into plate tectonics at levels that schools definitely get wrong all the time. I don't know why they have to keep on teaching obvious, well not obvious, but just complete mysteries, but yeah, so on and so forth. What's my favourite rock? Probably granite, actually. I like granite. Granite's a nice rock. Granite is a nice rock. Crusoe, that is not a Yo DJ. Don't know what you thought you were clicking on there. I'll send you your points back. Everyone thought I was an engineer. So I don't know where people are getting this idea from. I don't know where people are getting this idea from. Like, do you think police are full of lice? Just because a word has another word inside of it doesn't mean it's there. Like, not every team is having a tea party. I'm a Kengineer, not an engineer. Explain why granite is my favourite. A couple reasons. One, just as a rock, it's actually a pretty nice rock overall. Yeah. It takes a very long time to form, and you've got these lovely crystal structures in it. It's a pretty solid rock overall. The way that it breaks down breaks into a lot of useful materials overall. So you've got how the mica and the feldspar, they can break down into your kind of muddier minerals, and that's actually very good for farming in general. And then you've got the sands from it, the quartz sands especially, can make for lovely, lovely beaches. Granite is also what makes up the massive plutons that go through the walls of Cornwall. So Cornwall basically exists because of granite, pretty much. Just FYI there. And for those of you who don't know what Cornwall is a part of the UK. It's pretty much as south as you get on mainland UK. Right down in the southwest. Beautiful, beautiful place. But also good if you want to go back in time like 20 years. No, these are definitely rocks. I see we got a lot of jokesters in today. I should remind you, no, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to rocks. Porphin say, fun fact, granite is Finland's national rock. That's its most common rock there. Oh, well, fair enough then. Yeah. Fair do. Do you obviously like your magma-based rock now run through the Bowers reaction series? I don't really watch reaction content. I'm not that interested in it, Gordon. Thank you. Not really interested in those kind of videos. Right. Let's have a look here. So your analytical approach to Warframe with actual numerical data probably helps in the assumption you're an actual engineer. It's crazy. People just see things that might correlate, and I guess there must be a causation of some kind. Like, this guy is smart and handsome, probably just knows everything and uses numbers. It's, yeah, he's an engineer. There's such a thing as the national rock. Well, the one we chucked through the Houses of Parliament would probably be the one in the UK or something like that. Yeah, just saying. Very specific, but I'm a sucker for snowflake obsidian. It's so neat looking. That's valid. That's valid. Right, I need to do some formering, which means I need to do some leveling. Let's get this Bratton upgraded, because that is what the stream today is. It's not talking about rocks all day long. Who'd want to do that? Yawn. That's why I got into content creation. Choco, I just want you to know that you just created, for a brief moment within me, a very visceral reaction. It is only through sheer professionalism I have held back the onslaught of expletives I wish to throw your way. You're a horrible person. Truly. That was horrible. Why would you do such a thing to this chat? I'm not even going to read out your words, no. No one on audio only or watching the replay later needs to know what you said. They just need to know it was horrifying. How dare you? Let's level up some stuff. Okie dokie. Now, to level these up, the best way to do that is, of course, heading over to Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. It's just a way to do things. So I'm going to set this to public and get people in on that. But let's see. I have a resource booster and a credit booster. Yeah, that's not the boosters I was looking for, really. Alright. I'm going to have to visit a relay. Let's see. Busy, 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 calm. Well, it looks like those three are people who are looking for relay blessings. I'm going to go to this one. Just saying. Can we get a Friday stream where you just talk about rocks for 3 hours? Again, Ladybug, there's a reason I'm in content creation for a video game about sci-fi stuff like lasers, rather than actually a geologist. I studied geology at university, and to be quite honest, that was about enough for me. I did it for 4 years prior to that through school, then into university, and I went just yeah, that's enough though. Use lasers in geology? Yeah, but you don't just use lasers in geology. They substrate? I mean, okay. Just done. There you go. Right, affinity blessing. There we go. One of the few times I'm not doing a troll blessing like shields. Hey, 4 people picked it up. Nice. Too much rocks for one lifetime? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Can we get a stream where you talk about rock and roll for an hour? I can't really weigh in enough on rock and roll to fill an entire hour. Yeah, that would be a very short conversation followed by, so any questions? Because I have loads. Pretty much. New clip about Warframe minerals lore. Honestly, if games aren't going to fully commit, they probably shouldn't start getting onto mineral lore, because let's put it this way: when I got into the game EVE Online and I started seeing the rocks they were using there, it hurt me a bit. It hurt me because they use rocks like Veldspar. Not Feldspar, Veldspar. And all the processes of it are all just wrong. It's just wrong. It hurts. No. If a video game is going to go into rock and mineral lore, please just do it right. It exists. It already exists. Just look it up, please. Let's avoid the copyright. Copyright! Choco, there is a rule against bad jokes on this channel. That is your second. Consider this your warning. I don't know why I pressed forward. I need to level my guns. Consider this an official warning, Choco. If you live to troll your friends. I have enough trolly friends in my own life. Why is it the infested? I don't want the infested. The infested have bloody difficult heads to shoot. I don't want infested. Give me Grenier. Grenier give it loads of XP and easy heads to hit. Much superior. I was elected to ignore your DJ for the same reason. I honestly, with all the stuff going on, I didn't notice. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I mean, you did have all the time when I was not in a mission to request it, but then you waited until we were loading a mission to request it. So that's kind of on you. Let me see. Let me just very quickly grab that for you. 1 second, Renos. I might die whilst doing this. Ah! Wrong button. Wrong button. There we are. That moment when you accidentally hit something that's not even supposed to happen, and it just goes loud. Zakoto says, speaking of which, just saw someone analysing ammo types in EVE. Turrets, bastard, and word turret. Sorry, I don't understand, Zakoto. I genuinely don't understand. Are you... Put N in the word turret. Turret. Please, no. Should, no. No, no. No, 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 no one calls them turrets. No one, no one calls turrets turrets. Please. No, it was bad enough discovering that loads of people, not just the one idiot I knew growing up, but loads of people say skeletons. Now you're going to tell me people say turrets? No. No, just no. No, that... If I discover any of you here refer to turrets as turrets, I will actually just ban you. Please no. I do not need that kind of negativity in my life. Any mods here, you are given full permission to apply permanent bans to anyone who uses the word turrets from this moment forwards. And I'm dead serious about that. I do not need that in my life. Not even jokingly. God, especially in a video talking about it. The words in basically every ship-like game. Turret. No one says turrets. Zom, please no. No, Zom, you're supposed to be a bastion of moderation here. You're supposed to be setting the tone, although you did teabag me in the last stream, so maybe I can't trust you. If you do it, Zom, I will have to demod you on sheer principle. That's the rules. I make them up, so, you know, that's the rules. Lord. I feel like it might be melded with torrents and currents subconsciously. That's just wrong in so many ways that I can't give it any recognition, no. Just no. Zom did what? Yeah, Zom did. Zom did. I considered including it at the end of the golf video. I stuck with just them losing rather than what they proceeded to do immediately afterwards. Zom was too busy typing in chat to complain about their build to actually keep their golf ball alive, which makes Zom actually the worst golfer to have taken part on Sunday. Zom is legitimately the worst entrant. And that's not an achievement, Zom. You brought the wrong build. Someone brought an unranked Valkyrie with combat discipline. How bad could it have been, Zom? How much worse could it really have been than that? Anyway. Here's my stuff close to leveling. Lex is not, goddammit. I've been using one weapon too much. I should have used the other one. Can I level it now? There's no chance. I'll just have to go through. Was the Valkyrie MR30 plus? They were, yes. There is at least that, but it still means that the frame has lower health, and they had combat discipline, which means every time they killed something, they lost health. As demonstrated in the video, they had quite the interesting contribution as a result. Seriously, if you guys haven't watched the Crazy Golf video yet, I highly recommend it. That was a brilliant stream, and I've cut it down to 27 minutes of the best parts of it. I highly recommend it. I mean, of course I recommend it. I made it, but still. Still. There's been one or two people who... Oh, why does it reset the Incarnate charge? That's rude. Yeah, the actually, I'm on the Bratton, that's why. Oh, even then it reset it. God damn it, double reset. Screw life. Yeah, there have been some people, interesting enough, on the video who are like, oh, is this what you get up to? You're bored of the meta and what? Bored of the grind? It's like, I'm having fun in Warframe. Why does everything need to be related to other things you can do in Warframe? I'm just having fun. Leave me alone. Host migrations in here. So how about host migrations ever? That's just pain. Rank 29, nearly there. At least this gun slaps. Yeah, that is a positive. I am feeling that like a range hit. Lex with not a lot of range feels weird. Lady was saying, I'm loving the goofy content, the whole point is to have fun. Exactly. If you can't have fun, then what are you doing? It's a game. You're supposed to be wasting time. Is the Mirror's Lex not really that good at building charge? Doesn't feel that good at building charge to me. I'm going to standing grenade, on sheer principle. We max rank? We max rank. I'm just going to go sit in the corner. I'm just going to let the mission finish around me now. Kenton mic peaking, my favourite. Yeah, I probably should do something about either the audio or just how I react. Like, I want it to be at a level where you guys can hear me well, but I don't want to use a harsh compression to deal with the really high highs and really low lows, because that creates all kinds of weird artifacting, I've noticed. It works fine for recordings, but just an automated compressor feels a bit crap. So the alternative is peaking, unfortunately. I get loud. It's true. Just going to shoot a few more whilst we leave here. On general principle. I'm out of range. His buddy wasn't.
The conduit is closing fast.
Nearly out of here. Nearly out. People just say to sit when people have fun instead of suffering. Yes, some people just can't see the wood for the trees. They see a grindy game and forget that there's also just the rest of the game. Yeah. Nancy does love these cannons. Not only have they made these old guns more fun, also encouraged to strive for headshots and make use of the buffed headshot multiplier. Kind of. Like, strive for headshots to get the charge, but thereafter you could just kind of ignore it. Because most of them then go, haha, what's aiming? Let's just blow up an entire corridor. Everything is amazing. Alright, let's put a Vipilarity onto here. Actually, I probably should do that way around, so that's going to be even better to fit. And let's pop you onto there. I know the Blues Hornet Shrine, we've got the Deadhead. That should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Can I fit anything in for 7? Probably not, but let's have a quick look. Is there anything for 7 worthwhile? Oh, actually, I could do that. Or that. Let's do that. I really don't need that, but... let's see. Yeah. That applies before this kicks in. I'll just do that for now. I'll sort the rest in a bit. Alright, Bratton. Craft say, legit prepared my gear for like 30 minutes before attempting golfing and then used none of it. Oops. That's the way it goes sometimes, I guess that's the way it goes. Now, question with Bratton here. How do I want to go about building this? Because I'm building Heat Viral, it seems. But I can also go for the Hunt Munitions approach, in which case I wouldn't want to use Dash and Depolarity Viral. Yeah, if I'm considering Hunt Munitions, I'd want to be using 60-60 virals. Let's see. If I go like that, because that then allows me to just immediately apply Hunt Munitions, and then let's see. I've got damage, multi-shot, crits, attack speed, viral, slash. So it'd either be faction or bladed rounds at this point, right? Yeah. So I might as well put a V-Polarity onto Vital Sense, because that's always going to be on there. Always going to want a Vital Sense. Let's pop that there, and then we'll need to do some leveling again. V-Polarity? V-Polarity, yeah. Or are you asking what a V-Polarity is, Craft? Because I don't know otherwise what that question is. So say also learned a new thing to make me feel better about Warframe. If I'm ever annoyed with Warframe, I pay attention to Destiny for 20 seconds. Then be glad I don't play Destiny. Wow. Ouch. Actually, it's called Madurai. It's called Madurai. Label saying, goes hand in hand with the best grind is the only one you enjoy. Maybe doing some optimal farms, at least I'm having fun on the way. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. The best way to stop playing Warframe is to only do the bits you don't enjoy. It is important in Warframe, like with any game, to only play the game when you're having fun. Alright? If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? It's a game. You play it to fill your spare time, to have fun. If you are doing anything other than that, you've forgotten the game. Worse than that, you're stealing your own free time from yourself for something you just don't want. That's a travesty. Play Warframe where it's fun, play the bits of Warframe that are fun, and if you can't find that, then it's not there. Come back later. Come back when you feel like it. Try something different, whether it be different in Warframe or different game altogether. Maybe a different hobby even if you enjoyed Warframe for 2,000 hours, if you get to 2,000 hours and can't find the fun anymore, maybe you're just done. Maybe you're just done. Chocolate saying there was a gambling campaign in the UK that said, when the fun stops, stop, which is a good way to think about it. Also makes me think in my gambling when I play video games. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. You're absolutely right, there was a campaign. There's also a pretty bland campaign, not gonna lie. Like, saying to someone who needs advice on gambling, when the fun stops, stop, just comes across a little bit weak, I'll be honest. Gaming versus gambling, it's slightly different. Slightly different, but I suppose, you know, they couldn't go hard on something which is also basically legalized in this country, like legalized support, and it has been for a very long time. I still found it weird growing up that there was basically a mini casino within 100 yards of 2 banks. That just felt weird where I grew up. Every time I went to the bank, just around, not even around the corner, just right next to a mini casino. It's just there. Obviously I couldn't go in, I was underage. But just the fact that it was there, right next to where people are supposed to be bringing their money out. Like,
A data conduit is open.
is this really the best place for that? Like, morally? There's a thing. That's just a thing. Alright. Wow, I can hit none of these headshots. Aren't I amazing? That was easier. I mean, it wouldn't look so bad if I didn't need to specifically aim for a headshot 20 times over. And then this guy just kind of starts panicking. Yeah, we don't want to get too political here, chat. We don't want to get too political. I know I touched on some political topics there, so I'll refrain. I'll refrain. I ask that you do the same. It's just a thing, an observation growing up. Marcy will say, I should go to the simulacrum and start to study where enemies' heads are. Still so unfamiliar with the heads and first and center units. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. When you really study enemies, you look at some of the detail on them, and you if you're anything like me, you realise, wow, I've just been shooting formless shapes which roughly approximate to certain enemies. Like, for, I think it's what, Battlist? Until I really looked at them, I mostly saw, okay, so there's this kind of diamond-shaped thing with a glowing center, and it has 2 sticks for arms, and it does stuff. And then you fully look at it, it's like, oh, there's a whole ass creature here, right? It has a face. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, that's a thing. How's these levels doing? 25-25. We're getting there. We're getting there. No affinity booster. We can make it take a bit longer. Also, how are these skills looking? Not amazing. What we got here? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Wonder how many people shoot mower guns thinking their heads? Yeah, plenty of people do that. Plenty of people do that. Game doesn't really try to tell you differently. It just kind of, like, well, the creature's there. Just have a look at it. It's like, I'm too busy shooting 500 of them. What makes you think I've got time to look at it? Just the thing. Oh, that was a nice headshot. I'm not sure quite how I landed that one, but it was a nice headshot. I heard the crunchiness of it. Someone also did a video of finding enemy heads super recently. Oh, fair dude. Fair dude. Bonk. The total disrespect of just, he's got these massive shields around him, taking all these shots at me, hoping to cleave through me. I'm just stood there waiting. Like, he'll rotate around in a sec. I can wait. Don't worry, I'll kill you in a sec. I'll wait. The disrespect. This tile always slightly annoys because there's so many enemies on the minimap, it looks like it's really, really busy. And then you kill a few of them and you realise actually all the rest are above or below you. It's nowhere near as densely packed as it feels. It's so disappointing in comparison. They were saying, I don't have time in the Archon Hunts to romantically look sentience in the eye. Exactly, yeah. Especially when they go full laser disco on you or something like that. You're like, oh, okay. That's lethal. Foreman's great here? Oh yeah. Foreman's great in loads of places, to be honest. Foreman's a very strong Warframe. Foreman's only real risk is that Xmas units laugh at the crowd control. But like, that's any crowd control based frame, so yeah. You learn to deal with it or die. You know what, maybe plus magazine on the Lex isn't such a bad idea after all. Considering how many shots it takes to charge and how annoying headshots can be, yeah, maybe I want that plus mag one. Okay, that was just pathetic of me, I missed well too many shots there. Vortex is a secondary slow that affects Xmas because of course it does. Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. Just broadly, they laugh at it. They're a little bit slower and then you still die. Have a max rank? Yeah, max rank. Cool. I should probably say GG because I am a host. I don't know why I didn't notice I was a host earlier, but yeah. Just a quick little message. Lets them know if you want to go through, you will get migrated.
You are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
There's a problem when Ally Overguard was affected by CC? Yeah, there was definitely that. I would wonder how he let that happen, but honestly I'm past those kinds of wonders, to be quite honest with you. That, when more basic things are slipped through, I've given up wondering. Watching me miss headshots makes you feel better about your poor skills? I mean, fair enough. I've never proclaimed to be very good at aiming. Never. In fact, I'm pretty bad at it. I'd say I am. I'm pretty bad at it. Hey! Neil got a Talforge Crystal. Nice, nice. Always a nice pickup when you get one of those. I haven't done an Archon Hunt in a hot minute, but always nice when you get one. Right, let me quickly head down to Cavallero. I want to switch over that Lex perk, so long as I don't have to lose too much to make the switch. Let's see what we get. I looked at that mag capacity and skip past it, but maybe I actually want that. Fast travel, Cavallero, evolve, not the Latrim bowls. Lex, there it is. So yeah, it's not one of these, it is... Here we go. So I can either go on headshot, reduced recoil, increased accuracy, 4 seconds, which was nice. But this is nicer. Yeah. Go from 8 to 18 shots with that 2.3 reload time, that seems worthwhile to me. That seems worthwhile. I mean, I could go for the halved reload time, but... that's the point, actually, because this is going to be always active, isn't it? Based on the bugs of the other ones I tested, this one's probably always active. This would be more appealing if it also affected the Incarnate form. To take those charges from 20 to 30, that would be nice. But yeah. Yeah, I know reload speed affects the Incarnate transformation, because it's effectively a reload. Just reloading into another form, yeah. When's the Gorgon Incarnate adapter coming out? Don't know. Don't think we've been given a time on that, sorry. Yeah, so this one where I don't need to reload if I'm good enough with my aim. This one where reloading is far less of a hassle because it'll be half the time. I think this one's a smarter play. I think this one's the smarter play overall because this one I'm still going to need to reload at least once to get the full charge. Because there's 20 charges. How much do you gain per thing? Blex, Incarnon, Wiki. You gain... Looking around my microphone. 2 per hit. God, that's so little. Yeah. So 2 per hit. If I've got an 8 magazine, that's going to get me 16 charges if I land every single headshot. So I'm going to have to reload to max out the charge. Assuming I want to max it out. And then I'm going to have to go through the reload process again on the transformation, whereas this one, I don't have to go through that. So it's still that reload, but this time I'm now 8 shots more than I need to get full charge. Oh, not including multi-shot. True, yeah, there's multi-shot as well. You can get full charge from killing an Xmas? Doubt. Don't know where you get that one from, Simfire. I've not come across that anywhere. You might be thinking of the Onairu perk, where you get full charge on last gas, bringing you back to life if you kill an Xmas unit. You might be thinking of that one. Why doesn't magazine capacity affect the Incarnate form? Because that's why. D decided magazine bonuses don't affect it. In fact, nothing will change the max charge stat. D decided. Okay, how are you supposed to pronounce that username? I'm just going to call you K9. K9, not Xmas any. Any what? What are you referring to? I don't know if you're referring to someone else, referring to anything I've said. What's not Xmas any? That's a good one. I literally have no idea what you tried saying there, sorry. The last gas perk.
Okay.
Sorry, are you trying to tell me you think killing one enemy fully charges last gas perk? Just so I'm clear here, are you trying to tell me that, or have you misunderstood what's being said here? No, but doesn't need to be... No, who said it needs to be Xmas? What are you... Sorry, do you think this is Reddit? Where you could just try and add detail or contest detail about something tangential to what's being discussed? What? Saying Xmas charges it fully doesn't say only Xmas. You've invented that word and then challenged it. Yeah, you must have misheard. No one said the word only on that one. No. Right. I only came here to change one thing. That's all good. I'm thinking, but I'm happy with that change. Let's go. I might still switch over to the reload speed at some point, but I'll give them both a feel. For now, we can form these again. Let's see. So we can get rid of that one. Let's see. So I've got Galvanized Diffusion, Frostbite. Dive form of this, I can then put on Expel mod, but I want something a bit more generalized, to be quite honest with you. I want something a bit more generalized. As I don't want to be focusing on faction mods for everything, as powerful as they are. Honestly, kind of falling out of favour with them, especially because I'd need corrupted mods for everything circuit. But then Grenadier mods for most other stuff I engage with. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever need Fulmination. No, it doesn't work here. I don't know why this shows up for things where it can't work. Hey, anyway. Obviously can't use that because I've got Diffusion there. Hornet Strike would be additive with that. I could go for that. That would be valid. Galvanized Shot. I could go Galvanized Shot, but it's... Zom said it was additive. Let's test that. Let's test... I need a random build. Let's test the galvanized shot thing. Zom claimed that was additive. Let's see what's going on there. Faction mods are so outdated. The fact that stuff like that, Thrax aren't affected by any of them is just annoying. I'll be honest, I haven't looked into the Thrax and how they're affected. If they aren't affected, that is a bit...
You are a true hunter.
Dr. I'll say, would you think D would put an incarnate adapter on any of the Kuvra sister weapons? No. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Can you explain why people suddenly started using faction mods and stopped playing for 1 year? It's not sudden. I don't know what your sample size is, but it's not sudden. It's just more people getting into the flow of it that happen to be in your circles, or maybe you're just noticing it more. Faction mods have been used for a very long time. The crucial bit, I mean, do you understand what faction mods do, Gambling? Because if you understand what they do fully, then it's literally just more people cottoning onto that. This made you realise there'll never be a Kuvra Gorgon? Probably, yeah. Probably that now. I don't think we've had a Prime mod against Sentience. Prime faction mod? Yeah, I don't think we have, no. Right, what's the test? Yeah. I was testing the additive or multiplicative damage bonus. Right, this is always annoying to test. This is always annoying to test, but let's do it. Let's do it. Right then, I'm going to test with the normal mode first. Oh, gods. Alright, 88 or 965. 88, 965. I'm going to grab my notepad. I need a notepad for this. 88, 965. There we go. Right, you there. Thank you. Oh, that could be a deadhead bonus as well. I'm an idiot. Wait. Did it even give me the bonus? Oh, am I using the wrong? I'm using the wrong weapon. Never mind. Never mind. Right. Restart testing. Pfft, whatever. Restart the testing. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, like in the sense that it's in every build I see. Wasn't like this before. I don't know whose builds you're referencing, Gambling. They've been around. Some people using them, some people not using them. Some people were going for that maximum optimization, some people were not. Some people taste change. They talk about it more, they talk about it less. It's just differences happen. I can't refer to your individual experience other than to say nothing's changed. The only thing that has changed is what your observations are, but nothing has changed about the game in that regard, no. Right, Lex. 612 on a hit. Am I going to get a crit? Okay, 612, 1468. 612, 1468. There we go. Yes. Engineer, how should I build Prime Revenant? If you want the modding, I literally have a Revenant guide. Check that out on my YouTube channel. I think exclamation mark Revenant will give you the link for that. Alright, now let's see. 612 followed by 688 was that? 1652? 688, 1652. 688, 1652. Okay. So with that there, that was an increase from 612 to 688. That is a 76 damage increase. Let me just check the modding we got here. Oh, for goodness sake, I didn't mean to roll. See what that actually means happened there then. So 688 over 612 is an increase of 12%. And if we get, what's that? 40% on top of 320 is about 12%. So yeah, that was additive there. That's good. Hello there, Denki. Is that Denki or Denj? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that, sorry. Denki or Denj? Two syllables or one? Or am I just doing it wrong both ways? I might be doing it wrong both ways. As I'm saying, oh, also remember the base damage increase from modding doesn't apply to galvanized shot. Good point, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? Well, actually, base damage increase... This is plus 20. And the The total here, 180. So that plus 20 isn't going to have a huge impact. But thanks for reminding there, Zom. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially on that being 1200. We can pretty much ignore the 20, which is good news. Yeah, that's very good news. We don't need to worry about that at all. How long have Prime Faction mods been in the game? A long time. A long time. More and more people are getting access to them because more and more people are remembering to buy them, but a long time. Right, so now I want to test the Incarnate. Oops, didn't mean roll that. Flat. Flat. Let's just get a whole bunch of shots. There we are. That should do for the test. Right, I'll just wait for those stacks to run out, and then I'll be able to do the test with them. It's from the disease, just changed the U in dengue. I've never heard of dengue. Never heard of that. Oh, okay. Hello, Moises. How you doing? We're doing alright here. Just doing some testing, waiting for the stacks to run out so I can do the proper test on this. Actually, whilst it's on one stack remaining, if I quickly put... There we are. Shit. I need a stronger guy. That... that was not supposed to happen. Let's take that a little bit higher, shall we? Okay then. Right, no stacks. Damage 3840 followed by oh god, it's a crit. 13,000 something. 3840 and 13,000 something. 13,053. Okay, now I need to get a stack. Nice that guy to offer himself up. 14,685 and again 16,315. 14,685, 16,315 I think I said. Yeah, okay, cool. So from 14,685 down to the 13,053, that is an increase of 12.5%. Bang on. And if I do the 16,315, 25%. Yeah, so it is additive. That confirms that. Despite the fact that it's a wide body projectile, it's additive condition over. Why has... Okay, one moment. Let me just type a poll here real quickly. I'm just going to create a quick little poll on the channel here. I don't know why the music stopped. It'll come back. Just a quick little poll. There we go. Right, guys. Very simple poll. Up for 1 minute. It should be pretty self-explanatory. I'll let you guys decide. You vote on the poll. Rant time, yes or no? I open it up to you guys. You decide. Yes or no? I'll just give you a minute whilst I collect my thoughts. So far it's 100% one-sided. It can still swing the other way. It can still swing the other way. I spent days confused by this, by the way. Days? Oh dear, that's unfortunate. It's alright. Still 100% to none. I see. I don't... There we go. Someone's finally voted on the other side. The internet has been restored to normality, because if it ever get a unanimous vote on the internet and it's not about cats are cute, we got a problem. But that's 95% in favor of rant time. Okay. Okay. That's okay. D, what the fuck? Let's just talk about this a moment. Let's just talk about this a moment. Seeing as 95% of you who dared to vote just voted for this very... So, galvanized shots and mods similar to it, plus 80% status chance. Everyone understands that. No problem whatsoever. On kill, yeah, we get that. Plus 40% direct damage per status type affecting the target for 14 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. Okay. Cool. Now let's see here. Let's see. How many different ways can we interpret this? Plus direct damage. So thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel proper. I'll briefly break from the rant to thank you very much on that. Cheers indeed. Enjoy your lovely blue badge emotes, which you can use on both Twitch and Discord, even without Discord Nitro. Your access to the supported Steel Angel Premium channel over on my Discord, and no more ads. Thank you very much, thank you. Appreciate it. Right. So we got plus 40% direct damage. Now, plus 40%, is it additive? Is it multiplicative? Is it absolute? Or something else entirely? It doesn't say. But we know that it doesn't say because it actually goes through various sillinesses. Direct damage. As opposed to radial damage, we learned that was the case. I don't know if it always said direct damage, but also would that exclude proc damage? That's not direct. Certainly doesn't trigger Deadhead, but it does work on proc damage, because proc damage is calculated from the direct damage, but then it isn't always, so interesting reality. Per status type affecting a target. Now, on kill, per status affecting a target, does this mean that you get plus 40% direct damage for each status on the target you killed? No, is the answer, but that's how it could read. Stacks up to 3 times. So is that stacking per status type up to 3 status types? A lot of people made that mistake as well. That's not in fact the case. The actual buff can stack 3 times, but it's not very clear about that. This is another one of those cases where you condense down the information so much that it actually verges onto almost inaccurate. This is where brevity is not in fact simplicity. Lady would say, used to think stacks 3 times meant every proc over 3 unique ones. Yeah. So some people still think that. I have to clarify that. Surprisingly often in YouTube comments, or at least I would if I cared half the time. Sometimes it's just like, watch the video, I explain it. Anyway, it's a little bit yikes. And it's not like we can click something to see more details or use technical language to break this down, so you either know it or you don't. Welcome to Warframe, it's a wiki game. But further than that, even when you have then learned how the mod works, you have not yet learned how the mod works. Even once you have learned that bit of how the mod works, there is still yet more to learn. What actually happens when you kill an enemy, you now have plus 40% damage bonus per status type affecting every other enemy that you shoot with this gun whilst the bonus is in effect. So that if an enemy you shoot has 1 type of status effect on them, no matter how many of that status effect, 1 type, it's 40%. If they have 2 types, like heat and blast, then you get 2 lots of 40% for 80. 3 lots, 120, 4 lots, 160, 5 lots plus 200%, and so on. As many as you can get status types affecting said target. The stacks up to 3 times is that when you have got another kill, you add another stack, another 40% per status type in effect. So 40, 80, 120 becomes 80, 160, 240. And then again, because it's 3 times, so you get up to 120, 240, 360. That sounds huge? It is huge. With just 2 status types on targets, this can provide you a higher damage bonus than Hornet Strike. But it doesn't stop there. Sometimes this will apply. Sometimes it will not. On release, we didn't know why it was or was not applying. It turns out that DE never intended, or at least they have decided not to intend, if it was not intended in the first place, but they came to the conclusion, either before or after release, that this type of mod was not supposed to apply to radial damage. Not wide body projectile damage like the incarnate form of Alexia, radial damage, explosions. So if it has a radius stat, if you look on the Bratton Prime here, you see, or range stat, radial attack. If it has a radial attack, those types of mods then do not apply their damage bonus to this damage type. Okay? Whereas if it is direct damage, as we're taking this phrasing to mean, if it is a projectile, if it is a wide body projectile, if it is hit scan, then this does apply. But it doesn't just apply, because that's not how mathematics works. At least not in DE math. It goes further than that. If you have a projectile weapon, that is where the bullet or whatever it is you're firing takes time to go from your gun to hitting the enemy, that if you were to slow down the recording frame by frame, you would see the point at which you fire, some frames where the bullet is in travel, the enemy is not yet hurt, and then the enemy is hit. That is a projectile weapon. This mod acts differently on projectile weapons to hit scan, where the moment you fire is the moment the enemy is hit, regardless of range. So the Lex here is actually both. The Lex is both. The normal mode, oh that's Bratton, but that's also hit scan. The normal mode, as soon as you fire, the enemy is hit. As soon as you fire, they are hit. That is hit scan. Effectively, where the name comes from, it's literally scanning for where you have aimed to determine the hit. That's why it's called hit scan, basically, as far as I understand. Projectile travels over time through stuff. And the way this mod works in most cases, rant for a reason, is that if it is a hit scan, then this is additive to Hornet Strike and plus damage bonuses on your arcane. Any plus damage source that's normally in here, this will be additive to that bonus as well. So in the case of here in Hornet Strike, if you have 2 status on the enemy, making this 80% with 1 stack, with Hornet Strike you get a total of 300% damage bonus. But if it's projectile, normally this is multiplicative. Which means that instead of it adding the bonus to Hornet Strike and then that's applied to your damage, a 80% bonus here would multiply your damage, including the bonus already calculated from Hornet Strike, by 180%, which is much, much stronger. Much, much stronger. Because let's say you get this up to 200%, that is tripling your damage, even if you have Hornet Strike on there. So Hornet Strike, which is just slightly better than tripling your damage, plus or multiplied by triple from this would give you 9 times the damage, whereas if these are additive, you only get around about 5 times damage. And let me tell you, 5 times and 9 times are very different values. And that's not as high as this can go, it can go yet higher. Those are just example numbers. Those are just basic example numbers, it can go much higher than that. The difference between additive and multiplicative is a lot. It is a lot. And now here we have the Lex Prime, as pointed out by Zomtronic here, one of the moderators on the channel. As pointed out, the Lex Prime ignores those general rules. The Lex Prime, despite having both a hit scan and a projectile form, which should, based on the general rule, interact differently with that mod, instead both of them are additively affected by the mod. Both of them are additive. At no point does the game tell you whether the bonus is additive, multiplicative, or incompatible. You could put this onto a weapon where the entire damage is radial. I'm not sure of such a weapon, but you could. And it wouldn't tell you that it's not going to do anything down here. You will still gain the stacks. They will still appear on your UI in the top right. And there they shall do absolutely nothing for you. That, my esteemed viewers, who are either now smarter or at the very least commiserating in my misery, is my rant. Why do we have a mod that says one thing, could mean like 3 or 4 different things already, and then has different interactions based on the very nature of the projectile itself in a way that you cannot predict, you can only test, and has no demonstration of that to you? Psychotic Rant say, you think it's because it would be hard to code in that galvanized shot acts 2 different ways on one weapon, so they just stuck with the default? But that's the thing, Psychotic Rant. That's a very interesting observation. You would be correct if that's how it worked in general. But the Foreman has existed before Lex Incarnate, and guess what? Galvanized Aptitude, the rifle counterpart, is multiplicative on the semi-auto mode, which is a projectile, and additive on the automatic mode, which is a hit scan attack. Multiplicative on one, additive on the other, of the same weapon. That is my rant. I just... Oh, and yeah, as Chalk points out, then the Latron exists, which has direct damage from a hit scan, direct damage from a projectile, and AoE damage in the same weapon, which means it gets 3 interactions from the same mod. Nick Daniels, they didn't want to give the damage to AoEs. Yes, they didn't want to give the damage to AoEs. We got that explanation quite a while after the release of the mods. Quite a while after the release of the mods. On top of the fact that we still don't actually get the information in-game to show which conditionals are affecting what, where, when, how. We just have to figure it out. Cosmo said, we need an in-game Ken that pops up and explains this to you whenever you equip one. I just want to be able to flip it over. Read the back of the mod where all these hidden details are. I just want to flip it over, because like, let's leave it out of here. Let me show you the kind of UI I would love for this. Let me show you what I mean in Warframe right now. We just head on over here. We head to a console, which you may or may not use from time to time. And if I just take a random scroll, I don't know, let's go down to this relic here. What's cool about this relic? I don't know. But you'll notice, if you look very carefully at this pop-up that has appeared when I mouse over it, if you look very carefully, and it's not actually that hard to spot, but I'm just making a big deal out of this, look in the top right and watch what happens. Tab. When you go to a relic, it has additional information on a second window. And if you go to other relics, you'll find, now it's the same on lots of these, it's in the Prime Vault, so let's go to one where I have loads of it, and a little bit... How many vaulted relics do I have? Here we go. When you get something like the Lith H8 here, it shows you the drop sources. It shows you the drop sources, which means we can have this long list of information, this huge panel, we can put it there. It's possible. And you know what's crazier still? This technology is so advanced, chat. So advanced that we can press tab multiple times for different bits of information. It's right there. The technology. We can have it. Just tell us what it's supposed to do. Please. Yeah, some of these tips are incorrect, by the way. I don't know about on Lavos, but some tips on some Warframes are incorrect. That's a thing. That's a thing. Whether bugged or just decided, nah. Sometimes tips can be incorrect. I mean, yeah, not to split too many hairs or anything, but you know, we all know about Clevo and Collective Curse and Recompense. If you don't know about this, then you've been slacking on your homework because I've done a video on it. Go watch it. Let me just I'm just gonna head on down here. Just gonna head on down here real quickly. You keep forgetting that Hildren does 2 passives. Shield Gate and Toxin Block on Overshields. Picks up energy orbs to gain shields. Is that what they refer to? I forget. Anyway, just going to head over here. Now, I've got my combo counter. We can see my combo. Have I got a melee weapon? I've not got a melee weapon, so I need a melee weapon just to demonstrate this real quick. Let me grab Heat Sword, because no one cares about it. Beautiful. Alright, alright, alright. Hello, enemies. If I cast Recompense here, it hits 10 enemies, I gain 10 combo, right, chat? Cool. I don't think anyone disagrees. I cast this ability which has 10 daggers, it hit 10 times for 10 combo. Not 10 enemies, 10 combo. I think everyone can appreciate that. So now let me just kind of bind them all together. That I get them all? Not quite. Let's get some more energy. Make sure they are all fully bound. So there's absolutely no question about this whatsoever. There we go. Alright now. I cast this. I've gained 12 combos somehow. Interesting. But that's fine. That's fine. So instead of 10 combo, I gain 12. Not entirely sure how that happens, but we'll go with it. Okay. Maybe, did I have a combo count chance mod on my Heat Sword? Was that what it was? Oh, I did, yeah. Quickening kicked in there. Okay. Point is, 10-ish combo. 10-ish combo. Let's just, let's see, where was it? Here we are. Melee attacks and dagger hits spread to chained enemies by collective curse add to the melee combo counter. Melee attacks and dagger hits. Now, what do we think dagger hits refers to here? Is it referring to hitting enemies with a dagger melee weapon? If so, why would that not just be melee attacks? So assuming that we're not just redundantly calling out a specific type of melee, this must be referring to the daggers from Kalervo's abilities. Kalervo's ability there, which generates combo, 1 per hit. I collectively curse the enemies, all 20 of them should be hit with each of his daggers. And I chained them, and did I gain combo for each of those additional hits through collective curse? Like hell I did. Like hell. Melee attacks, yes, and dagger hits from Storm of Ukko, but not recompense. Okay, let's see if that's correct then. Let's see if that one works. We're gonna test that. And let's see, do I have... Let's grab the super new build. Let's grab the super new build because it's not gonna be too amazing. That'll be fine. Actually, on the super new build, let me just make it slightly less super new for a moment, just for my own ease. I'm gonna put Prime Flow on. The only difference I'm gonna make. That's fine, Choc. We're testing. We're testing. You are not held to this, and I appreciate you making it clear that it's what you think. So let's see. Yeah. Xmas unit. Let's get a really tanky Xmas. A Bombard Xmas. Let's get 2 of these. Let's max level them as least as high as I can go. Let's Steel Path them as well. Really tanky. Here we go. So, we're going to do 2 demonstrations here. The first one... Just grab all of the health orbs, apparently. There we go. Very nice. Alright, demonstration number 1. Let's cast this. Actually, I should have taken Quickening off my melee. Never mind, let's redo that. My bad. I apologise. Because that can interfere. We saw it interfere. Let's get rid of that. My bad. Brand new test. Brand new test. Here we go. Right. As I was saying. No combo. Cast this here. Let's see what we get. Just gonna let it rain down on them for a bit. Let's see what happens. We're gaining combo. Gaining combo. Here we go. Let's make sure how this ability works. Okay, run out. I got a total of 60 combo. The ability ran out. I got to 60 combo. Excellent. That's a very simple number. All of us can understand that number. 60 combo. And it makes sense, really, because this lasted for 15 seconds. It hits twice a second. So that's 30. Hitting 2 enemies. 60. Mathematically, it works. No one can complain at that. Let me just de-equip Lex Prime just because it forces my loadout to reset and resets my combo. Let's grab some new enemies. Don't want them dying too easily. The math works out. So now, let's firstly, Collective Curse. Beautiful. Definitely cursed. Let's cast this. Let's see how much combo I get now. Let's see how much combo I get. Previously, I got to 60 combo because it matches the duration, it matches the number of hits, everything made sense there. So let's see, where does the combo stop? It stops at somehow 61. Somehow 61. What? Sorry? Of all the... I'm going to do that again. Once this combo reaches 0, I'm going to do that again. And if I get 61 again, I have an interesting theory I wish to present. So, out of scientific rigor, I am going to do this again. Scientific rigor, do your thing. The duration on Collective Curse is longer than the duration on Storm of Ukko, so we know that the curse isn't running out midway through. $60 combo. It was just a weird variation of reality. Fair enough. No explanation. No explanation on that one. Aaron say, if it's only hitting one enemy while others are cursed, does it change? If it was going to change at all, the curse would have interacted there. The very immediate, demonstrable point is that, despite being cursed, despite the fact that we're taking twice as much damage, it didn't carry over. Yeah, the 61 combo didn't happen. Now maybe it's just an Xmas thing. Let's grab some Elite Lancers. Well, we don't want that many. Let's grab some nice Elite Lancers. And what I'm going to do to help this out, to help test this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this here with Power Donation. There we go. And Overextended. So it'll remind me to fix this build afterwards. So now I should end up with minimum strength. Doesn't want to tell me that right now, but I'm fairly certain I should have minimum strength. Just to make sure I don't accidentally kill these guys too easily. What's take off Intensify? Ah, that's what I was forgetting. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. There it is. Easy mistake to make. Thank you. Okay. So, first, let's make sure that this ability doesn't kill them still. They're a bit staggered by it, but they should stay in the area. That's fine. And yeah, look at that. That damage is... It's ticking, but it's tickling. That's fine. And again, I'm looking at the combo counter. The combo counter stops at 60. Again, the combo counter stops at 60. The damage is ticking through. The total damage, once all the procs stop, it's not even reached the R of Elite Lancer. Beautiful. That's a good demonstration right there. 60 combo, not even got to the R of Elite Lancer. So now I'm going to do this again. Let's, can I clear my combo? Oh yeah, I can just do this. Oh, hello though. I'm going to change my loadout. That'll force it. Right. So now let's do this again. Joseph say, hey, quick question. Aren't weapons with riven disposition of 5 supposed to boost a riven mod? No, supposed to about it. 5 pips means they have got the highest possible stats on there, yes. Okay, so now let's chain them up. And let's see, do I deal more damage and do I get more combo? Ability, go. So we are seeing the damage ticking in. We are seeing hits being tossed back and forward. You can see the sparks flying there, and it's not love sparks. We stop at 60 combo. Once again, we are stopping at 60 combo. And the damage is not any higher. What? Oh, balls, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Got the fucking strength, didn't I, to demonstrate? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, how do I do this then? How do I... Damn it, I need enemies that won't die to normal... Oh, for God's sake. Ah! Right, okay. Sprint boost. How is 10% to 50% 4%? Rounding errors. Rounding errors. Right. Kill enemies. Drekar Bombard, someone suggests. Drekar Manic Bombard? Oh, they might... Wait, do they have any kind of weird damage resistance? Sod it. Exo Gokstad officers. They work. Okay. You know what I could do? I could bring down the duration. I could try and bring down the duration. That'll do it. Yeah, if we halve the duration, we'll get half the combo. Simple enough. It's fine. That'll work. That'll work. Because I don't want any weird damage reduction interactions happening. Nothing too crazy wazy stuff to try and account for. So we'll just do it this way. This should verify it one way or the other. Okay. So, normal cast. Let's see how well they do. Here we are. So we're dealing damage to them. The procs are landing. The combo is climbing. We see the combo stop at exactly 30. We've halved the duration. We get half the combo. That makes sense. We see the damage happening. The damage has stopped around about the C to E. Yeah, between the C and the E on Officer, on both of them. Beautiful. Between the C and E on Officer. Lovely jubbly. So now let's do this again. I'm going to wait for my combo to run out. And I'll demonstrate again. Okay, just curious, because for the Riven, for the Vasto Prime, but I lose 6% despite the Riven Dispo being 5. Compared to what? What are you comparing? We'll wait a bit longer on that combo, I think. Yeah. I equipped a weapon that has a secondary dexterity on, didn't I? Ah. Good work, Ken. Good work. We'll just wait another 12 seconds for your silliness. Nice. Okay, so the damage previously, it got down to between the C and E of the Exogoxad officer. The word officer, it got down to there. So, chain them up. Activate this. Once again, the duration is shorter on Storm of Ukko, so we will get the full Ukko through the chaining. We can see the chaining being flung left and right. The combo once again stops at 30. The chain has run out, but it's fine. We see the damage has gone further. They've dropped down to this between the I and the C here, between the I and the C here. So we did definitely share damage across. We saw it visually. We've seen it in terms of the hit points lost. It's not some bug there. But the combo definitely did not carry over. don't. Nukesmith saying, please don't switch to Genshin Impact. The last 3 streamers with drops have switched as soon as I joined. Oh, yikes. That's horrible. But also not doing that. Also, Nukesmith, how long do you need on the drops? Because I may have bad news for you on that one. How long do you need on the drops, Nukesmith? An hour. Oh, because I streamed 6 hours on Saturday and another 3 hours on Sunday, and we're up to nearly 3 hours here. Ooh. I'm not going to be kicking you onto another game. I can guarantee you that much. I'm not going to be kicking you onto another game. We'll see how long we go for. Right, anyway, chat. On the abilities here, I think I've made it pretty demonstrably clear now. To get back to the complaint there. Yeah, Nukesmith, stick around whilst we're here, absolutely. So, this says melee attacks and dagger hits spread to chained enemies by collective curse add to the melee combo counter. Neither recompense, or recompense, whichever you want to call it, nor Storm of Echo add to the combo counter more than the number of times they hit enemies, ignoring the collective curse. They don't care about collective curse. Normal melee attacks do scale through it, but these two abilities do not. They do not. So sometimes the tips can just be wrong. Maybe it's a bug. Probably a bug. Or maybe it's not a bug. I don't know. Well, yes, it is a bug because it says it's supposed to do that. That's what I can say I know. DE at some point wrote that it's supposed to do it and it doesn't do it. It's a bug. That's what we're going with there. It's a bug. Damn. Damn. So yeah. Going back to the original point of that entire rant, the 100 people have joined whilst I've been having that rant. Basically, this mod and the ones like it could really do with a tab option to show you additional details about the mod, to explain more as to what's going on there, so you can actually see in-game, and maybe also show, like, if you hover over a mod, maybe highlight on the left in blue if the stat is actually affected by it, and how. That would be nice, or something like that, but we don't get that. Maybe if you tab through and it'd say, by the way, here are the stats affected and how. But it doesn't say that. It doesn't. Accuracy 111? Yeah, the Fullman does that. Yeah. Psychotic rank. So my question becomes, does the counter go up from an enemy that is not hit by dagger, but is chained with collective curse by an enemy that is hit by the dagger? Does that make sense? I get you. 111 how? Because D. That's how. Because DE. I get what you're asking there, Psychotic Rant. It's a psychotic request to try and verify, but I will do my best. I will do my best. Let's think about this. Actually, let's cast this here. How far does it go? Oh, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. Watch this. Hold my beer. You there. Join me. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't really understand the physics of how you ended up there, but that's good enough for the test. That's good enough for the test. I just needed them a little bit more separated. So now, Clevo. Hello. Grab this build here, the 50% duration, loads of efficiency, enough range to make it work. Yep, that'll be fine. So, first, oh, not roll. First, collective curse, confirm link. Link is confirmed. Stand over here, should affect only one of them. I'm out of range. Shit. Alright, let the collective curse run out and I'll try it again. Here we go. Right, in range, in range. So, do we gain 15 combo or 30 combo? 15. Doesn't carry through even if they're outside. Not 30 combo like we had when they're both in it. 15. There we are. Test verified. As we're saying, does anyone know if debt bonds have a lower weighting than the rest of the common rewards? You might just want to look at the drop tables, Wiz. Sounds like you need to just look at the drop tables on that one, which you won't find in-game. You have to check onto the either drop table listing by DE, or if that's too complicated, I'd recommend just looking at the wiki. So yeah, the tip didn't work whatsoever, Psychotic. Thank you very much for the difficult request, but we got there. If you appreciate me answering your very specific question and finding a way to do it for you, subscribe. Just remind you guys, if you have Amazon Prime at all, doesn't matter what country you're in, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Like, I know it's talked about, but at the same time, I don't know how much it's talked about, so I just want to make that clear for any of you out there. If you have got Amazon Prime, you can just subscribe for free every single month to a channel of your choice. It doesn't cost you anything more out of your Amazon Prime. All you have to do is connect up your Amazon and Twitch accounts, and that's it. You get a free subscription. And considering you're already paying for your Prime, those of you I'm speaking to, then why not? You're literally just not using what you paid for in that case otherwise. So hey, if you want to support my channel, and I would really appreciate it if you do choose that, go right ahead.
You have excellent taste.
Sub to Kin for Funnies chat.
Or you can do what Diabetic Coma does and instead cause text-to-speak to happen either with bits or tips. Diabetic Coma, thank you very much for the 300 bits there. Just going triple down on what you got into the video, eh? Thank you very much, Diabetic Coma, appreciate it. Also, I realised that 10 minutes ago you made a request that I completely missed, which was for some EDM. Let me fix that for you, I'm very sorry. I was in the middle of rant testing, but let's get some music in here that you requested. There we are. We'll get that running. Okay. What's my favourite Soma chord song? Need I say more? Need I say more? Not the best to use, but need I say more?
I knew you could make the test work. You solve practical DE problems for a living. Appreciate you.
And I appreciate you too there, Psychotic Rant. Thank you very much for subscribing. Once again, you got yourself up onto 2 months there. Well, that's your 1 sub. Enjoy a lovely bronze badge. Thank you very much on that. Cheers. Blind Guy say, Ken, you're a monster? I'm not a monster. No, I take offense at that. I'm not a monster. I'm just mildly chaotic at times. Just slightly cruel. Tiny cruel at times. Am I a developer? I'm not a developer. No. I mean, I did make a video game once for my dad for Father's Day. He liked it. He still got it. But that doesn't make me a developer. That doesn't make me a developer, no. So if I say I did Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force my Octavia setup, yeah, fair enough. I specifically took the time to make sure I captured the baseline for Baby Shark as well, for authenticity. So that's a thing that I can say. Yeah. Zucado say, I did the same test and got a different result. 60 on both, 31, 40 on changed. Interesting. I don't know how you got a different result there, Circuito. If you want to submit it as a bug report on the bug report forums, go right for it, because that's clearly not working either. Yeah. Can you know we're going to want to watch that game now? No. Because 1, it's only been shipped for mobile. 2, I don't know how to connect my mobile up for streaming purposes. And 3, I would have to actually find the actual file, or otherwise have to use my dad's phone, if he's still actually got it on his phone like he said he has. Which, he may or may not. I don't know. I was assuming he wasn't just being nice when he said that. Also, 4 is ugly as sin because I'm not a graphic designer. And I was even worse with graphics back then, so it's vomit coloured. So no. But yes, I made a simple puzzle game for my dad for Father's Day many years ago. Because hey, why not? You know? Why not? Yeah, anyway, it looks like a lot of you are grabbing tickets, which is a very smart idea, because indeed we are going to be doing a platinum giveaway draw at some point shortly on the stream. Towards the end of the stream, I always do it, and well, we are getting towards the end of the stream, so I suppose I should do that at some point. Oh my.
How did the weapon upgrading go?
It's certainly gone. It has certainly gone. Quintus Max with the tier 3 2-year subscription. You've got yourself the bronze full pot with triple gold stars over it there. Quintus Max, you absolute legend, continuing one hell of a subscription. Thank you very, very much, dude. Cheers indeed on that. And you've also launched us into a hype train, which has almost completed level 2. Nearly level 2 complete, just because Quintus resubscribed. Hot damn, that is one hell of a subscription right there. Just saying, you know, that in case any of you don't really look at how subscriptions work and what these tier things mean, a tier 1 subscription, at least in UK money, I believe, is £4 or $5 if you're in the US. Tier 2 is double that. Tier 3 is 5 times tier 1. That is one heck of a subscription there. So Quintus, thank you very much for continuing that. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely. In terms of how the upgrading's gone, let me bring this out. Oh my word.
Excellent work, Tenno.
We're
this
interrupted.
will help our cause.
Less than 3.
Diabetic Coma, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs and simultaneously Holocheck with their first ever message in the chat here as well. Thank you very much for the 100 bits with the less than 3, making lovely monkey hearty eyes there. Really do appreciate that. Diabetic Coma gifted out subs to Thorova, to Calandrios, to Hyro, to Orkami Soul Reaper, and to Simfire Titan. If you did get a sub there, make sure you do thank Diabetic Coma for that absolute generosity. Thank you very much, both of you there. I really do appreciate that. Like I say, I've been binging your YouTube videos for the past week. I'm a returning player and 3 of my friends just started out. Your content really helped me make the game simpler for them. Thanks a bunch, you're an amazing creator. Oh, thank you, I really do appreciate that. I'm glad I could help you bring 3 of your friends into the game because it's a complicated game, but it's worthwhile. It's worth it, absolutely. Welcome on in. Zuckerdo saying, I can't replicate my results now, this is pain. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life of testing in this game. It's a thing, isn't it? Blind Guy saying, just out of thoughts, how does Kalervo work when he has no melee? He doesn't gain combo. If there's no melee, there is no combo duration, so there is no combo. That's how. Just that. Just that. Luckily, his ability damage doesn't seem to scale with combo, so there's that. Excuse me. But otherwise, yeah. Teleport always teleports. Yeah. He teleports. He doesn't heavy attack. He doesn't gain a crit bonus because there's nothing to gain a bonus on. He doesn't gain combo because there's nothing to gain combo on. He just disagrees with being here and wants to be over there instead, so it is. It's as simple as that. Holly check. Cheers. Lucifer Hawk saying, hey, long-time viewer, first-time stream catcher. As an ex-academic and data nerd, I absolutely love your videos and the way you approach things in Warframe. Well, thank you. Welcome on in, Lucifer Hawk. It strikes me the number of times I've said welcome in Lucifer or something to that effect on this channel. There are a number of Lucifers here. It's curious that. Yeah. The devil is in the details and I do the details, so there we are. Diet 007 say, hey, love your channel and first time catch you live. Welcome in as well. Welcome to both of you. Data brings out the devil? Or does the devil bring out the data? Either or. It's a super cringe name you picked as a teenager. Fair enough. That's valid. I think you can change it if you really wanted to. But all the same. If it's what you've decided to identify as a Lucifer H4WK, go for it. Do I use R for your simulations? I do not know. I'm assuming R is one of those statistical programs universities use. I didn't go to university and study mathematics or statistics or anything like that. If it is one of those programs. When I went to university, I got a rock and I got a hammer, a special hammer. It's called a rock hammer. And you know what I did with that rock and that hammer? Rock and hammer. I hit the rock with the hammer. There were other things we did. True. There were other things we did during that course, but you know, that was a crucial part of it, was taking a rock and taking a hammer and putting hammer to rock and learning things as a result. I have broken a rock, intentionally, broken off a part of a rock that was something like, I think they said it was about a billion years old? I think it was that age. It was a very old rock. You don't find many of those around on the surface, but I found one. Well, rather, I was led to one and then told to break it, which was cool. That's geology. Then we went to the pub. That is also geology. Geology starts at a pub, probably, because you have to be a little bit drunk to go, hey, let's look at rocks. And then it also ends at a pub, because geologists tend to not navigate their routes. They don't plan routes based on nice locations or convenient access. No. Your typical geologist will plan their routes based on pubs. So that they start from a pub, and then there's a pub somewhere along the way to have lunch, maybe 11s, maybe even 10s, an afternoon tea, and then there's a pub at the end. That's geology for you. It's why I didn't do too well as a geologist. I just couldn't keep up. I just couldn't keep up with that lifestyle. True facts. Right. Anyway, enough geology for the second time in a stream. I was in the process of making these look shiny, wasn't I? Let's see how close to shiny we have done. Kenlaw? Kenlaw, yeah. Yeah, what was I going to put on this one? We got multi-shot, we got viral, we got crits, ignitions. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go bladed rounds. I really could... I could do better going faction, trying to hyper-optimize, but honestly... Yeah, and likewise Prime Shred, I mean, it's an AoE weapon, so we don't need the punch through in the end. As much as that would give nearly the same bonus as that, Formering for that, for slightly less fire rate, and then gain punch through, it's only going to matter to the norm mode? Nah. Nah. Nice crit multiplier, thank you. Bladed rounds is going to take that higher, invisibly, but still higher, so let's do that. Polarization, V polarity, right there, smack it in, beautiful. Bladed rounds, job done. I mean, I could put something in the Excellent slot, but... No, I don't need that. You know, 500 accuracy, I don't think I need to reduce my weapon recoil. I should be okay. Ammo maximum doesn't actually help us, so don't need that. Guided ordnance, nope, don't need more accuracy, don't need more ammo, don't need a recoil reduction, don't need recoil reduction. I should sort these by name, it's easier when it comes to this slot. Minus zoom whilst aim gliding, doesn't really come up, so no. Movement speed whilst aiming, don't really care. No. I could put on Hush for the funnies, but that requires forming it again, and I can't be bothered with that. And what even is the point of a mid-ranked Hush mod? What even is the point of a mid-ranked Hush mod? I don't. Yeah. Don't forget to fix the other build. Thank you for the reminder on that, YouTube. Yeah. Oh god, what was the build? It was... That's what it was. There we are. Cool. There we go. No, wait. No. Well, technically yes, but no. I said any aura, whatever aura you got, because if you're super new, it's any aura, but there we go. Also, I need to put this back to drain, because otherwise it will hurt me. Right, there we are. That'll do. That'll do. And then there was the Lexicon, which is not what it's called, but that's what I called it for some reason. Yeah. Well, we learned that Galvanized Shot is additive with Deadhead and Hornet Strike, which reduces the value because also we're not going to have procs on enemies for it to... We're not wanting to shoot enemies twice, really. So this doesn't really help us. And we don't really care to use a status primer either. As much as the status primer will be great, that means using either a primary or melee status primer. I just really can't be bothered with those. I know this either exists, but I just never get gelled with it, really. Let's see then. Out of the options, Heat we don't need to do because we go for a hemorrhage approach. Barrel Diffusion, we've got the better version over there. Hornet Strike is a perfectly valid option. This is just no. Those mods, as much as they are technically the right fit, do I really want them? Riven? Riven. Anyway, continue onwards. Galvanized Crosshairs, we could get more crits. I'm not really a fan of this mod overall, but we could get more crits. Is there any way to get Barrow's relay key without paying? Technically, yes, Nukesmith. Technically, yes. Technically, you could do what Chocodika has done. Chocodika, do you want to let Nukesmith know how you managed to get hold of the Tenocon Barrow key? If you'd be so kind, Choc. Yes, okay, they say. Apparently Choc is trying to be a geologist. They've had a bit to drink now. That was terrible. Anyway, let's see. Any of the other bits here? It's just a downranked version of that. Could I filter this by unique and most draining only? Whatever. Elemental mods I don't really care for. Slash not going to help me. All that doesn't really help me. That doesn't help me. Status duration I could go for, but it doesn't really help me. If it takes that long to kill them, I've shot them a second time. Yeah, I don't really need or want any other lower tier mod here. That's just a worse version of Hornet Strike, except it gives me shields, and I don't care about that half the time. So yeah, my options are Lethal Momentum, which eventually I might form and put onto there, or Hornet Strike. I need a former on that. I could also rank these up. Like, if I formed this instead, that would give me back 6, which would allow me to get these to max rank as well. And then I can bring in the Hornet Strike later. Yeah, this is going to take a lot of form to max out. What about Viral Heat? Not worth doing Viral Heat if we're doing Viral Hemorrhage. You can do Viral Heat. You basically replace Hemorrhage with Heat. Basically. Yeah. I'd like to say, hi guys, missed most of the stream, sadly weathering up and overestimated how tired I was. I know that feeling, I'd Outlaw. I know that feeling. Welcome in. Welcome in all the same. Yeah, there we are. Sorry, Nukesmith. I held you out a long time there. I thought Choc might be able to say that a little bit quicker. I do apologise. Choc for putting you on the spot. Basically, yeah, that's the way you can get the Barrow ticket is to win a giveaway. That's the only way. Sorry, I dragged that out a bit too much. I didn't intend it to take that long, I'm sorry. I do like this, I do like that, I do like that, and I do like this. Alright. Let's start V-Polarity on this. Do that. Viral. We can upgrade these at the very least to full Viral. And then I just need to level it a couple more times over, so that then I can move this over to there and have Hornet Strike on here. That'll be it. No Bane, asks Ryu Connor. Yeah, correct. No Bane on this, because then I don't have to think about it. I could absolutely put a Bane in here instead of Hornet Strike. That is a perfectly valid option. I could go Bane instead of self-priming Viral. I could do that as well. I don't want to go for a Bane build this time. I really cannot build. If I'm using Lex Prime, I'm not that overwhelmed with interest in this weapon. So if I'm using it, I'm probably using it in the circuit. So as much as I could put on the Expel Corrupted, there's going to be some enemies it doesn't even apply to then. Good to know, Choc. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to form this a bit to make this all work, which is a little bit annoying. But let's do it. Let's just let's get it over and done with. And you know, let's kill Evo it. Why not? Alright, Esprit, we'll catch you around. Have a good one. Let's use Calervo to level a secondary weapon because this is silly. Let's do silly. Is the under 2.5 fire rate for Hemorrhage not a high priority? The under 2.5 should apply on the Incarnate mode. At least I think it applies on the Incarnate mode, doesn't it? It should do, right? I didn't think to test that. I hope I don't have to test that. Please tell me I don't have to test that. Surely it applies. Surely, please. Okay, well that's... I hate to try to deal with the infested. Why are they so hard to headshot? Good luck getting over 2.5 fire rate on Encarna mode. That's the point. It's like it's not got 2.5 on the Encarna mode, which is a good thing. But is it taking into account the Encarna mode or the base mode to calculate that? Which is, yeah. Purchase, I've been looking and driving, but I had to get this out though. Your response to being a monster, basically your chaotic neutral. Which is funny because actually, when I'm not sticking around, I'm more lawful neutral, really. Like, if you were to properly choose alignments based on everything I do, I would be lawful neutral. And all those people out there like, oh no, I'm definitely lawful good. Really? Most people who told me that are actually lying. Either on the lawful, the good, or both bit. Yeah, that's my assessment of it. Alignment is misunderstood anyway. Alignment is massively misunderstood. Like, Nick Yami saying I'm lawful evil. Okay, so you do what is expected of you, or follow. Now you subscribe to conventions as they are applied. You don't break convention just on a whim. But also, you like to use those conventions to cause people misery. Is that what you're saying? That it's, as much as you can be reliable and expected, you will use that to cause misery. Very much like Dolores Umbridge, if you want to use a reference from pop culture. Are you a Dolores Umbridge? Because that's lawful evil right there. I love how multiple people went down at the same time there. I hope I didn't kill them, right? I didn't kill them, did I? Oh, the other one's help revive. Diabetic Coma saying, well, gotta get to my job. These subs aren't a gift themselves. Best of luck, Ken and chat. Diabetic Coma, thank you very much for your support on the channel again. I really do appreciate it. You have yourself a good one. Catch you on the next stream. Simplified saying, my campaigns are set on Eberron, so alignment hardly matters. Alignment is more just descriptive than having any real mattering. It's just more a way of simply summing up, what are you likely to do? When presented with a situation, what is your choice? And remember, alignment only matters when the choice is difficult. If you, well, it will be a good starting example. If, for example, you approach a road, okay? You approach a road, you want to cross the road, and right immediately in front of you is a crosswalk. You don't have to go anywhere else, you're not going out of your way. Right there in front of you is a crosswalk. Taking the crosswalk is not lawful. Taking the crosswalk is not lawful. Likewise, if you look at that and you think you are a chaotic person, or your character is chaotically playing them in a game, you are not required, as a chaotic character, to now go further along the road and then cross somewhere inconvenient to you. Because chaotic doesn't mean actively opposes every convention whatsoever. They disregard it. Hollycheck, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime. Welcome to the channel proper. Oh. Cheers indeed. Enjoy your lovely blue badge. Your emotes, which can be used all across Twitch and Discord, by the way. Your access to the Supporter T Lounge, a premium channel on my Discord. Make sure you connect with your accounts. And no more ads. Nurek saying, due to you taking my attention and me forgetting I need to fulfill my basic human needs, my food is cold. And you know what? I do that to myself all the time. The number of mugs of tea I have go cold because I'm too busy engaged in testing something, it's crazy. Genuinely crazy. It's wild. But yeah, go back to the crosswalk analogy. Now, let's change the scenario. You approach a road. You could cross the road right here, where you've approached it. However, that would be in breach of the rules. The crosswalk is out of your way. You have to go the wrong direction to follow the crosswalk, and then come back down the road the other way. A lawful character will look at that, and they will go to the crosswalk. They will go out of their way. Max rank, nice. A chaotic character will not even care about the crosswalk. They won't be looking for the crosswalk. They want to cross here, so they're crossing here.
Move to a new zone.
A neutral character will instead consider the good or evil aspects of it. Because Lawful and Celtic is applying to their decision making, so they'll consider only the good and evil aspects of it. Good being, well, if they go up to the crosswalk and then hit the button, it'll take a lot longer, that'll slow down the traffic. Whereas if they cross right now, it'll actually be better for everyone. They might consider it that way. Or evil, if they cross right here, they might cause people to slam the brakes, but because of the laws in their area, they know they'll be fine. So, fuck it, let's cross right now. Make people slam their brakes on, ruin their days. That'd be evil. That's the difference is, if there's not a difficulty in the choice, if there is not something forcing you to think about your choice, then it's not a alignment choice. To give a good evil example overall, let me think. You walk down the road, you're passing by a shop. Someone has put their bag on the table outside, and you can see that they're nattering with the shop owner, okay? As you walk along, you notice that the two people chatting, they are completely distracted, and the bag is beginning to tilt. The bag is going to fall over. It's probably going to damage the things which are in there if it does indeed fall over. A neutral person is uninvolved. They can just walk on by. They're not actively harming the situation. They might just be unobservant of it. They'll probably get to it. They'll notice, or it might not be that bad. They're focused on themselves. The neutral person is focused on themselves and just continues onwards. The good person sees the bag is falling, and they go out of their way. They step over, they go over to the shop, they steady the bag, just politely let the people there know, oh, just got that for you, have a good day, and walks on. They've gone out of their way. That's the good person. The evil person, they look down, they see a stone in the road, they kick it over towards the table, shakes the table just enough, the bag falls before the other two can even react. The evil person has gone out of their way to make the situation worse for them, because they wanted to. Because I say I would catch the bag. Again, you're going out of your way to help the other person. That would be a good action. How good obviously varies, but that is a good action. So there you go. Because I say I knew an idiot who crossed roads barely looking. His reasoning was cars have brakes. Chaotic. Not following convention. Not following expectations. Not reliable. Just acts on whim. Chaotic. Lockie Swifer saying the shopping cart test is the lowest stakes scenario to figure out someone's alignment. I guess. It's another example of a test that you can apply, yeah. It's another example of a test you can indeed apply. Right, let's form this now. Do I want to form that one? No, wait. Let me think this through. I need this to take on Hornet Strike. So if I form that now, Hornet Strike can go there, but then Lethal Momentum comes off. Then I need this to be a V polarity for Lethal Momentum, so that'll be a second former. Then I need this former to allow it to fit there. Good God. Yeah. Let's start with this one, then do that one, then do that one. Yeah. Doesn't really matter, but just easier for building's sake. Why am I putting 6 former into Lex Prime? I don't know, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Ladybug saying, I think I'm neutral good, but this always gets so confusing for me because it's mostly about D&D settings and allergies. If you consider yourself neutral good, what that communicates to me, and I know that people have varying beliefs about alignment, so I'm speaking from my own understanding of it. If you are saying you act on neutral good, that means that given a situation where you'd need to go out of your way to help someone, you are more inclined than the average person to go out of your way to help someone. However, when it comes to being reliable and doing what is expected, or following whim, you are not inclined one way or the other. Your focus is more on what is most helpful to others. What brings about the greatest positivity for everyone involved? That is your primary focus as neutral good. That's what it says to me. It's not to do with the expectations. It's to do with what brings about the most overall good. That is your predominant driving mantra there. True neutral, again, doesn't really care for expectations, but doesn't overly rely on whim. They don't look at expectations and throw caution to the wind. They'll consider it from time to time. They may not consider it. Mostly what they're considering is what's best for me. That's what true neutral is. What's best for me? Doesn't really matter about anything else. They don't need to cause harm. They don't look to cause harm. That's evil. But they don't look to really help others either. That's not their primary motivator. They don't look to fit in with expectations and regulations. But they don't look to just go on pure whimsy. They're not actively opposing any regulations. They're not blind to it. That's true neutral. Just what's best for them. They look at the road crossing. They're not just going to blindly step out into it and go, I want to cross, I'm crossing. But they might look at the traffic and they'll weigh it up. If I go to the crossing, would it be faster? Or if I cross here, would that be faster? They don't really care about the rules of, oh, you should go to the crossing. They're just, yeah, what'll be best for me? That's true neutral. And again, these are very, very broad things, so of course there's nuance all over the place. This is just very roughly how it comes up. Real Kenjineer, they say. Yep, smiley face. That happens from time to time. So would Captain America be neutral good then? Yeah. Captain America is neutral good. Captain America opposed the Accords because of the impact it would have on others. It would curtail his ability to do good for others. Captain America is absolutely neutral good. Absolutely. Interestingly enough, Tony Stark, chaotic neutral a lot of the time, but in the final throes of his character arc, moved more towards neutral, even lawful good. To the point of going, look, we need the Accords. We need to sign up to expectations placed upon us. Which basically should be him, because let's face it, Stark did cause like 90% of the issues. They're dying. I can't save them! But yeah. Now I want you to understand then, going back to an earlier comment, I did self-identify from that very same assessment as lawful neutral. This is not to say that I will never go out of my way to help someone. It is saying that I've observed what I choose to do. I have looked at my whims, I have looked at my choices, I have looked at how I prefer to present myself to the world, as it were. When the going gets tough, who do I put first? Others? Myself? Or harm? And the reality is, I will look out for myself first. Yeah, I will. That's what I do. If I have the capacity to help others, absolutely. Like I help you guys. Absolutely. Oh, I've just ignored all of this. Let me just give a heart. But that was really bad of me. Where I have the capacity to help others, sure. But I find that maybe I'm not as willing as others to go really out of my way. Maybe. It comes back to one of the parables I actually think from the Bible, believe it or not. What's been upgraded? My incarnate weapons. I think it's a Bible parable is actually a good one for this. I know, Ken referencing the Bible. Who'd have thought it? Here we go. I forget the exact nature of the story, but basically it comes down to Jesus observed two people giving to the local church or whatever it was, to the community. One person, a rich man, gave a load of money, but to him it was not really much. He had plenty to give, and he gave a fraction of that. Whereas a poor person then came along, and they gave literally everything they had to spare. They spent on their food, and what few coppers they had left, that's what they gave. And therein lies the difference. The rich man was giving, look at me, look how great I am, how generous I am, helping you out. But it wasn't really much of an impact on him. It was not a tough decision made by alignment. And in fact, it was motivated by, aren't I great? Whereas for the poor person, they were giving to the point that it was actually disruptive to them. They were going out of their way to give, knowing that it would likely help more. And so, that action, under the D&D alignment system, that would be the classification of good. Therein lies the difference. Also, I realise I've been completely neglecting my 3 this entire time. Look at that. Oh. Thanks, Samaris. I appreciate you. Thank you, Samaris. That's why I've not been using the ability. Okay. Denied. Lady was saying there's a struggle between good and neutral. It's good to help others, but what must be good alignment sometimes also means I fail to put my own needs first when I should. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it, Ladybug. If you find that you can be helpful to a fault, that's probably what puts you into the good side. When you really go out of your way, when that is your preference more than not, just like how Captain America will more than not put his life right on the line to save anyone, that puts you into the good. Been neglecting my 3, fun police, keep neglecting it. Very true, Simpai, very true, yeah. Oh my word, hello, hello. Lady the Laddie, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Thank you very much for raiding on over with your community here. We got a moderator in chat. You can quickly pop a shout out there for Lady Laddie. Otherwise, I might have to leave Calevo in a corner somewhere. Which, actually, you can do that. I can do that. Calevo, don't die. Shout out Lady the Laddie. And there it is. For those of you who are not following Lady the Laddie, another Warframe creator. I think we've been in there a couple of times, in fact. It's been over to your stream. Hope you've had yourself a good one. Welcome on in. I think you, in fact, even had the, what do you call it? Yeah, the showcase, one of the showcase streams during a Pride Month, right? If I'm remembering correctly. I think I'm remembering correctly. Apologies if I'm wrong there, actually. We were just talking alignments, Lex optimization, getting knocked over. I want to go up here. Saved it. Alignments, optimization, and apparently a little bit of Bible talk because, sure, why not reference a Christian parable, as you do. I'd like to also definitely been over to Lady's stream before for some event. Yeah, I think I'm correct in, I guess, yeah. I mean, I've been wrong before. Are they okay? Oh, they're okay. Right, they were just having a nap. It's fine. They were just having a nap. It's okay, chat. Nothing wrong here at all. Let's see. Connect and boom. Yeah, that worked alright. It'd be nice if there were more enemies around, but hey, it's only Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. And I appear to have maxed out my focus. Oh well. Either max it out or nothing is eligible. Could be that. Hello, randomness. How you doing? Steel Path is so when? Oh, goodness gracious. Do we really need Steel Path everything? I know some of you are going to say yes. Ooh, Watch that. Grab a little bit of overguard. I want to headshot you. Stop rolling away from me. Oh God, I can't see. I have no energy. No. I'm fine. I'm fine. 2% emo say, as a chaotic neutral, I would like to point out how he just broke his own chat rules. With that information, what you will. I'm not sure what rule I specifically broke. Alright. Really not sure on that one. Okay. Chuck, I've had a glitch where my allies saw a Warframe jumping around but also knocked over, so it looked like I was parkouring while snapping for them. Yeah, I've seen that one before now, yeah. It's weird. Pencil Fresh only say, what would you propose would balance puncture, impact, and slash, so that slash isn't the only valid choice? Oh, efficiency failing. Actually, I don't need to be here. I don't know why I'm still here, actually. I just went through. I think part of the problem is that impact is situational, slash kills everything, and puncture has basically no place whatsoever.
Increase your effort.
So if anything, slash has taken puncture's job nominally,
Proceed immediately.
which is the problem there. Because puncture bypasses a chunk of armor, slash bypasses all of armor. Doesn't really make sense.
Hunter, you are running out
And then the
of
puncture
time.
proc
Enter the data
just-
conduit.
it reduces the enemy's damage on the target there, but if you're shooting them enough to put puncture on them, you probably want to kill them. So, what's it all matter anyway?
The sanctuary will go on without.
So, it would require quite the rejig, I think. It would require quite the rejig. If you can say, Lady had drops Saturday for Pride this year. I think last year the Warframe channel for both Pride and TennoCon. Ah, okay, yeah. I was on the line then there. I was on the line. Cool stuff. I think I saw the, I can't remember if there was actually a sign up or a register of interest for the Prime streams. Either way, I think I'm doing perfectly fine here. I think I'm doing perfectly fine. Fox saying puncture proc should ragdoll enemies like the Boltor. Even if the enemy is still alive, that'd be hilarious. Maybe puncture should bypass damage attenuation. Too niche. What impact has, it opens up enemies for, what do you call it? Oh, what's the word? Mercy kills, there it is. It opens up heavy units and Xmas units for mercy kills sooner, so that's good. And it also staggers enemies as well. So it acts as a kind of a controlling method, a way to kind of take the heat off you and deal with higher tier units. That's cool. Slash cuts through armor. It doesn't really have a bonus against shields or non-armored units, but that doesn't matter because it's still also a damage type. It's the only of the three status effects which deals damage over time. Puncture doesn't really have a place, because that slash one is covering pretty much all the bases already, unless you wanted to make puncture like an anti-shields thing, which doesn't really make sense because it's meant to be the anti-armor thing. You can't just make it the anti-health thing. So instead of trying to play them off each other, what I would consider is instead having them have their positions that work together. So already we've got impact procs, they stagger enemies, they open up to mercies. That's doing pretty well. Oh, I'm skipping this track. I never liked this track. I should delete this track. There we are. It's gone. So impact has its place. It's a bit funky, but in terms of opening up enemies for mercy kills more easily, I like it there. I think... What was that track? It's just one of the EDM ones. I'm not a fan of it. With regards to opening up for mercy kills, I think if impact procs made it where the mercy kill threshold, like on shielded units, extended into their shields as well, that would help out. That would definitely help out. Because getting a mercy kill on a shielded unit is honestly rather difficult, unless you use just some shield strip ability. Because by the time you got through their shields, you're probably just outright killing them. You probably are at that point. So that would be a thing to help out on impact there, just to make the mercies a little bit more approachable. They've already been buffed a little bit, but taking it that step further could help out. For puncture procs then, I think lean into it. Lean into not only the slash, but lean into all status effects. If a puncture proc is on an enemy, make it where the effect of the other status effects is increased. Have puncture procs be a force multiplier on status effects. How does that sound? And I consider this for multiple purposes. First of all, on giving puncture a place and wanting to use it alongside the others, it can't drown out the others if it works with them. Much like how viral is a multiplier to damage on health, magnetic is a multiplier to damage on shields, you got puncture there, a multiplier to status power. Viral for status effects, but not just for increasing damage, increasing the effectiveness. So an impact proc that extends your mercy threshold by X%, well, if you've got impact at puncture, the impact is slightly more effective. It takes it that bit further. Have I thought about this before now? I have thought about this before now, yes. So, impact goes further, slash does more damage, heat procs do more damage, cold does more slowing, toxin does more damage, corrosive reduces more armor. They might still keep the same maximum effect, so you can't get corrosive stripping all the armor, although if you go corrosive puncture as a build, hell, why not have that strip armor fully? Why not? If you go full corrosive and full puncture, why not let that get to full armor strip? I'd be down with that. It also means that on enemies which are status resistant, by using puncture procs, what statuses you are applying do more. So again, you've got a reason to use it there. And I've actually had this idea come from the augment here, Piercing Roar. Piercing Roar applies puncture procs. Now what does Roar do? Roar is just a universal buff. It's a universal damage buff, granted, but it's a universal buff. It applies to all factions, it applies to all weapons, it applies to all abilities. It is the universal buff. So, puncture is the universal status buff. Keeps in lockstep with that entirely. Literally, this becomes the most thematic augment it could possibly be. The universal damage buff then gets the universal status buff. If you want to go down that road. I think that would be cool. But then that still leaves a question of Blast. And Blast, I've said this before now on stream, but for those of you who've never heard this suggestion before, Blast is also a terrible status type. No one gives a damn about the Blast status type. It reduces enemy accuracy. It's bad for all the same reasons that Puncture is bad on reducing enemy damage. It doesn't really matter that much. It really doesn't matter that much. I was about to bring up a blast weapon, but I forgot all the blast weapons in the world. Blast status effect reduces enemy gun accuracy up to 75% with multiple stacks for a short duration. No one needs that. So instead, well, we have corrosive increases the damage against armor by reducing the armor. We have viral, which increases damage against health by increasing the damage taken by health. We have magnetic, which increases damage against shields by increasing, or just multiplying up the damage it receives. Blast can then affect the third health type, Overguard. Blast increases the damage to Overguard. Because you get Overguard on Corpus units, on Grineer units, on Infested units, on Corrupted units, probably also Center units at some point eventually. Overguard can be shared through, like, you've got the Ancient Healers, I think, give out Overguard. It even appears on Dax units. Blast can be the one that increases damage to Overguard. So you get puncture procs which multiply up or scale up the power of your procs, and blast procs improve damage against Overguard, where viral doesn't, corrosive doesn't, magnetic doesn't, nothing else does. And all of a sudden, you now have both of those procs actually mattering again. Against Xmas units with those huge amounts of Overguard, you can have Blast to help you get through it. And when you are limited on the procs you can apply, or you want those procs to just go that bit further, Puncture can make that happen. Universally. I think that would be worthwhile. I think that could work. The Puncture would be the more difficult one as how much scaling it would give to prevent it being overpowered. Then you could assign a separate cap or whatnot based on that. I think that would make them the most valuable without changing every single weapon into AoE, Caladrios. That is one thing I absolutely do not want to see with blast procs. Turning every damage into AoE damage. Because then every instance of single target just left the game. Likewise, Idle Outlaw saying the same. At that point, every single target weapon that doesn't have blast is just missing out on a massive force multiplier. As much as you can try and argue, oh, but it's a trade-off of this and that and the other. Kind of, yes. Kind of, no. At that point, any amount of blast, or just a source of blast procs, it's AoE. And how do you actually apply that? How do you even apply that? If you have blast proc on the enemy, when you damage the enemy, they explode? Because procs apply to enemies, not the damage. When you land a viral proc with an attack, the attack itself doesn't get the viral proc. The attack lands the viral proc and affects damage done to health by future attacks. Now saying blast damage only gets modified into 1 meter AoE damage, only does the blast portion. So if you attack with non-blast, then the proc on the enemy does nothing. Or are you saying it's from the damage that applies the proc, in which case there is a proc that's completely different to all the others in terms of how it actually works? Status effects affect the enemy, not the damage. Status effects affect the enemy. Jock suggesting blast procs make the enemy explode for X% of their health determined by the procs. Explode when? When the proc is applied? Procs are applied multiple times over. And again, it's still turning AoE damage. On death. Okay. That's a valid option. I still like the idea of turning everything into AoEs. I still really don't like the idea of blast proc is just everything is AoE now. Don't forget, you know, I've made a whole video on AoE meta has gone too far. We don't need to add yet more AoE in my opinion. Nick Daniel say if death by blast damage would make enemies explode, it would be cool, but that would require extra animations and coding. We have on death thing explode with Nova. It already exists. Yeah, puncture and blast procs are things which affect the enemy. All status effects affect the enemy, and that's what should be happening there. Anyway, did I get this fully ranked so I can do the thing? Oh, I need to do it again. I'll get around to it, because I'm very aware that of the time. Yeah. Very aware of the time. And agreements. If I want to be able to stream on Saturday, I need to be fair to the agreements I have with those I live with. So, on that note, chat, if you have not yet already grabbed yourself a ticket to enter into the giveaway, maybe you should, because you know, it's been running for longer than you ever expected. So, exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to win. I'm just going to bring up the giveaway here. Give you guys just a moment to grab a ticket to win yourself a little bit of platinum. Doesn't matter what console you're on, doesn't matter if you are a subscriber or not, anyone can enter with exclamation mark ticket, but you only get one ticket per person per draw. And there's one draw today. So grab yourself that ticket if you haven't already done so. Now, whatever happens, at the very least we know that puncture procs and blast procs in their current state are functionally and totally useless. That's just reality. God's asks here, what do we need to do? If you want to enter into the giveaway, you grab yourself a ticket. I've seen you've done it. You've typed in exclamation mark ticket. The bot's responded to you, so you've got it, God's You've got yourself a ticket. Nothing else you need to do. I tell a lie. Nothing else you need to do unless you win. If you win, I will contact you here on Twitch to get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. You just need to send that over to me within 24 hours. If you are the winner, I will contact you. And if you are indeed the winner, job's done. You send it over, you'll receive the platinum in your inbox, courtesy of DE. Nothing more to it. And I think that is enough time. If you haven't grabbed a ticket yet, it means you weren't listening to me, and you didn't look at the stream title this entire stream, so you'll just have to do it another time. So I'm going to be closing it. You'll hear this delayed, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, closed. It is now closed. You can no longer enter the giveaway. We have got all of our tickets in here, which means only one of you who has entered in a ticket is going to be winning it. The winner today of the Platinum giveaway is indeed going to be Weeping Willow Tree. Weeping Willow Tree, congratulations. You are the winner. I'll be contacting you, as I say, in just a moment to get hold of your Warframe username and a platform. Thank you very much for entering on that, and congratulations. All the rest of you, better luck next time, at the very least, on that, but I hope you have enjoyed this stream all the same. We are going to be raiding on over now to another part of the Warframe community. To the person who came in like an hour ago, so they had about an hour left on their drops, I hope that hour has passed now for you. I hope I have kept my end of it. If I have if I have successfully done that for you, consider subscribing, you know. Got you that little bit of the way there, so you don't have to worry about another Genshin Impact stream, I think it was he said. Let's see. So, let's switch over to our intermission screen. Who can we raid over to today? Oh, Chuck with a hydrate as well. Cheers. Cheers. Fox said, wait, you streamed an extra 50 minutes just for someone to get their drops? Definitely not. Definitely not. I streamed an extra 50 minutes because you guys love me being here, right? That's the only reason to stream longer. It's because you guys love me being here. It's definitely not because I still kept being distracted from leveling up my legs. Anyway, who can we raid today? Who can we raid? Definitely not anyone on Genshin Impact. Why are there so many people on Genshin Impact? That is a very good question. Why are there so many people on it? And also with Warframe-y things in their titles. Go away. Get out of my follows. Let's find someone doing Warframe. We don't want Genshin Impact. We want Warframe. Quick misrule? That's a suggestion. Let's see. Quick misrule. Where are they? Ah, there they are. Let me just double check, make sure there's not anything crazy happening or any VTubing happening. I don't raid VTube. That's not a VTube. Nope, that's a person. Excellent. Maybe that's where I've been completely bamboozled. I may have been bamboozled. It looks like they're just having fun. Okay, they may be dying, so let's raid in. As soon as they died, this is the perfect time to raid in. Queen Mithril. I can type. I love when I load in and it turns out that the person's just falling apart. Perfect timing. So, chat. Oh. Raid failed. This target channel has disabled raids. To each their own. Sorry, chat. We're not going there. To each their own. Maybe they're ending. It could just be because they're about to end their stream. Some people mark it down. They don't want to receive raids because they're about to end. I probably should do that, but I didn't. We'll go somewhere else then. We will go somewhere else. Let's see here. Why are there so many VTubers? I really don't want to raid a VTuber. And I don't recognize like 90% of all the rest of this otherwise. You know what? It's done. We're going to we're gonna go to Neoness. We've been there very recently, but looking at the options here, we don't have a whole lot of options. So we're going to Neoness. Yeah. Let me just make sure they're not closing their stream. They are not. Good. Alright. Don't tell him it was second choice, please. You know, that would be rude. Let's just be on our best behavior, chat. Thank you very much, though, for joining in. I do hope you have enjoyed the stream. I'll be back again on Friday for whatever's voted for over in support of T-Lounge. You know, if you are a subscriber, you can vote on what's happening on Friday, and if you don't get what you want, your votes carry over. All the same, I'll be back on Friday for more Not Warframe, and Warframe will be back on Saturday. That'll be a Saturday stream again. Until then, bye-bye, guys.